Three corners, three straightaways, all different from the other. Straightaways that span over a mile and corners oh so tight that downshifting is considered. All that and more is what makes this track truly a tricky triangle. The venue, otherwise known as the Pocono Raceway, plays host to round 11 of 22 on the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Truck schedule. And the action is coming up next here on PitStop TV. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual Pocono, Pennsylvania. Devin Zimmerman joins me on the call tonight, and Vincent Cortez is on our social media coverage this evening. And Devin, the points lead changes hands yet again. Greg Holt got his second victory on the season last Wednesday night at the Magic Mile, and now has a single point advantage at the top of the point standings. The battle has shaped up so well over the past 3 weeks. But Devin, what say you? And how do you see it faring here tonight at the Tricky Triangle? It looks like Devin is having some microphone issues, so... But anyway, we'll take a look at the point standings. And that being said, Greg Holt has that 1 point advantage over Joseph Kiazi. And the absolute swing it's been where Greg Holt and Joseph Kiazi over the past 3 weeks. After Martinsville, Greg Holt leaves with a 27 point advantage. Watkins Glen happens and Greg Holt wrecks on lap 2. Kiazi dominates Watkins Glen, leaves Watkins Glen with a 21 point advantage in his favor before having trouble on a mid-race restart at New Hampshire, where he spins, he gets engine damage, he falls several laps down, he fights valiantly to try to get every spot he can, but it's going to make him 1 spot short out of all the bonus points that Greg Holt got at New Hampshire for leading as many laps as he did, and winning. Greg Holt now has that 1 point advantage at the top of the standings. But it's the rest of these standings that really shapes up, and you look at it, you have, Holt, Kiazi, Stutzman, and Seth Berger, the 4 winners that are inside the cut line right now. You got to also factor in Farron Elamp Jr. and Jason Miz. They're not locked into the playoffs yet. They'll get locked in once they make their 12th start on the season. Holt and Kiazi have been here every single week, so they should make their 12 starts next Wednesday night at Dover, if they do show up anyway. And they should lock themselves in then. Only once you make 12 starts in the regular season are you locked into the Outlaws postseason. And then you look at it with Tyler Markle, Brad Bothwell, Kyle Lingerfelt, Seth Fitzpatrick, James Gilliard, and Matthew Setzer. It gets really tight there. Markle has about a 14 point advantage over Seth, and Seth has about 9 over Bothwell. From Bothwell on back, it's oh so tight. You got to factor in the 2 winners that make that cut line. If you were to factor in those 2 winners, that cut line is then exactly in between Max Service and Kevin Thompson, Devin.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully you can hear me now. I was having mic issues, and it wouldn't be a day at the Tricky Triangle without some tricky computer issues, I guess. So we got it worked out now. But yeah, I mean, it's getting really close here. Like you said, that cut line would be right between Max Service, Kevin Thompson. They are tied right now. Don't expect them to be tied after tonight, of course. But Max Service moving his way up after missing some races earlier in the season. So he's into the playoffs at the moment. Kevin Thompson, Devin Smith have some work to do if they want to get in, especially with these 2 behind them who have, they have racing wins, so they will be locked in after next week. And then right there, just behind him, only a couple points out in that 14th spot is Joshua Landfox. He's right there looking to get his way in, along with, Andrew Pratt back there in 17th behind Farron Elam and Jason Miz. So, yeah, Andrew Pratt, I mean, he's a little ways off. He's got some work to do. There's not much time left, so he's got to get on it along with Brandon Richardson, Dave Solms, and Adams there, in the 55. He really has to start kind of really getting his foot down, maybe taking some chances. Got to win a race at this point more than likely to get in. So that's going to be on these drivers' minds. I mean, they all want to make the playoffs. That gives you that gives you the only chance to try and win this championship. So we'll see what they can do here at the Tricky Triangle. It's we didn't do the race map first, but we'll go ahead and bring it up now. 3 different turns. You can see the 4 there. Maybe the 4 is entering pit road, I guess. Yeah, there's no 4th turn.
What turn 4?
What turn 4? So yeah, three turns, three separate straightaways, each very different in their own right. Turn one, 14 degrees of banking, is modeled after Trenton Speedway, which is no longer on the NASCAR service or NASCAR schedule. It was back in the 50s and 60s, I believe they raced at Trenton. Turn two, modeled after a track we know well, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, 8 degrees of banking. And then turn three, Milwaukee Mile, is modeled after that, 6 degrees of banking, really flat. It's really easy to get this track wrong in one of those three turns. You got to set the truck up oh so carefully. I mean, if you if you set it up for turn one, it's not going to work in turn three. If you set it up for turn two, it's not going to work in turn one. So you got to really dial it in and have it work in all three turns. And that's what makes Pocono so very tricky. They call it the tricky triangle, of course, for that reason. And another thing that Pocono is really famous for is for some very long green flag racing, which I believe we're going to see tonight. I mean, this field can get very spread out very easily. And, if you're not careful, people can start getting away from you here.
Oh, absolutely. And with the field that we have here, the Outlaws Sim Series, such a great group of drivers. Every week, they even take it to the toughest tracks, and they have relatively green flag races. So I think a track that promotes green flag racing like Pocono Raceway means it's a walk in the park for these Outlaws Sim Series drivers. That's what we think anyway. We'll see what happens when they're barreling off double wide, maybe even more, 3-4 wide into turn number one, because, well, let's talk about it a little bit more. That front straightaway, it is oh so wide. I mean, it really is. If you can get a good run on somebody on the restarts or the initial start of the race after the start-finish line, of course, you can pull out from behind and try to send it on in there into turn one to make up all those spots you can, because it is so hard to overtake here once you're spread out. That front straightaway in the turn one on restarts is definitely going to be something to watch. If drivers can get some great runs, it's going to be fantastic in there. But turn one is oh so tight, and that's going to be kind of alluding to what I said in the intro. You might consider downshifting there, or in turn three because it's oh so long. You really want to maximize your exit out of turn three, of course, because that's the long front straightaway that is over a mile in length. From turn three to turn one, that is going to make or break your entire race. If you can make it through turn three and rotate really well and get a nice exit, you are golden. But you can't count out the long pun as well, of course, from turn one down to Indianapolis, or down to turn two, the tunnel turn, Indianapolis. This is not Le Mans. But because these trucks are a little on the lesser side of the horsepower side when it comes to these stock car vehicles, when that race here at Pocono, it is almost wide open. I'd imagine a lot of setups tonight are geared to make these trucks wide open through the tunnel turn. So you got to think from turn one to turn three as basically one long straightaway, maybe a little blip of the throttle in turn two, or a little speed scrubbed off in the corner. But from turn one to turn three, that's essentially one big high-speed complex as well. The short shoe from Indianapolis to Milwaukee, of course, is very, very important when it comes to setting up that turn three course. And we'll do that 77 times heading into tonight's race, Devin. We take a look at the schedule, what we've gone so far. The first half of the season on the left, counting tonight, Pocono Race 11. But what we got coming up is just as fantastic. We've had a gauntlet of races. We had dirt on this half of the season. We won't have dirt in the second half, but we have just about everything else. We got the 1 mile concrete monster mile at Dover. We have the 1.5 miles at Charlotte. The 1.25 miles flat oval in Gateway. We have the 7/8 short oval at Iowa, and then 3.5 miles in the playoffs. The Roval, the road course, or the oval turned road course, the plate track at Talladega Superspeedway, the high bank concrete short track at Bristol, and of course the 1.54 mile oval, quad oval to close out the season at Atlanta. But then we look at this second half of the schedule. I mean, what races are you looking to maybe kind of cherry pick? What are you looking forward to most out of that second half?
It's got to be the playoffs. I mean, there's some great races before we get there. Dover, Charlotte, Gateway, and Iowa, all very, very different tracks in their own right just to get into the playoffs. Then once you get there, I mean, you think you got 3.5 miles, but they're all, I mean, I've talked about before in the broadcast, they handle so differently, all three of them. Very interesting how that's going to play out. You can still master them all, but it's just very different racing at all three of those tracks. And then, I mean, it just gets chaos towards the end of the season here as we're going to go to crown our season 2 champion. I mean, the Roval, then the plate track at Dega, then the last great Coliseum, Bristol, and then, of course, you know, the iconic Atlanta on the old track setup, without the new paving going on there currently. But I mean, we get to see, a final hurrah for Atlanta. It's gonna be amazing just to see it come down to those, especially those last 4 races to crown this champion.
I could not agree more, Devin. What else is going to be amazing is the 77 laps of racing we have coming up next here on PitStop TV, the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 11 of 22. We'll be back after these messages. We'll be back with pre-race interviews, qualifying, of course, the race coverage. Don't go anywhere. Outlaws Sim Series Pocono continues after this.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Pocono Raceway. And I'm sorry, I said earlier we're at the virtual Pocono, Pennsylvania. That is incorrect. We're in the Pocono Hills of Pennsylvania, but we're at the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania tonight. Again, for the 2.5 mile tricky triangle tonight. And it's going to be quite the feat if you can master all 3 corners. And, well, we have some drivers to talk to, but before that, let's go ahead and get in our thanks of all of our partners here at PitStop TV. And those, like, of course, Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want. You will custom create a beautifully framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info. And make sure you use promo code PitStop TV at checkout and receive 10% off of your purchase. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. For locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine owner Ashley Bollier is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Of course, Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing, camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. And you can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, a huge shout out to our friends at BAM Racing Videos. Buyers fan for the racing community. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook for all of the high quality short track racing content from BAM and BAM Racing Videos. And now getting into things tonight, definitely go ahead and take a look at the the practice charts. I got caught off by some of the names, like Benjamin Park, who's making a return to the Outlaws Sim Series, brother to Dan Park, if you couldn't tell there. Benjamin Park is making a return to the Outlaws Sim Series. Made a couple starts last season after he just got iRacing. He's been steadily working on his craft. Said, maybe league racing isn't for me just yet. Working on himself. Look at him, second on the charts right now.
Yeah, he's going to give Bothwell a run for his money for pole, possibly. I mean, we know Bothwell trying to start up a new streak. Got the pole last week. Wasn't able to come home on the top spot, but hey, he got second. So definitely some improvement. Now, he's improving week to week. So, Ben Park, making his first start in a while. It's great to see him up there in the 23. Some other good names are up there too. We got last season's champion Seth Berger, and then of course our 2 points leaders right there, 1 point off each other, and right beside each other, 1 place off each other, Causey and Holt. So this is going to be an interesting race, but maybe we can bring up one of the newer drivers here. Who'd you have in mind, Emerson?
Well, I'd say let's go ahead and bring on up driver of the number 23, Ben Park. And Ben, it's glad to have you back here at the Outlaws Sim Series. And you're second on the charts, making your return to the league. How'd this come about, and where'd the speed come from, man?
Well, I've been working night shift, so I haven't been able to race, but I'm not doing that anymore. And as far as the speed, I just play the game a lot.
Well, there you go.
And the truck was good. Truck's good. We'll see how the race goes.
It certainly seems like it, Ben. And again, was not really the start that you wanted last season in the Xfinity Series, just kind of getting caught up in other people's messes and not being at the wrong place at the wrong time a lot of times last season, and also still trying to get used to the sim. But now with some time under your belt here on the sim, and, obviously getting some great teammates, being a new driver to Dark Horse Racing, I hear.
Well, for this race at least.
Well, at that, here at Pocono, what do you make of the tricky triangle? And then with a truck, it's a little easier than the other stock cars, I'd say, but still a challenge. What do you make of the car and track combo?
I don't dislike the track. I know other people can't stand it, but it's for me, it's the track I got my first win in the truck series when I just raced other people. Ranked race.
Right. The official races, I'm assuming either C-Fix or C-Open. That's great to hear. So you got a little confidence behind you coming into Pocono. Coming, of course, your work schedule prevented you from running before. So if you coming back tonight, and I know practice will say one thing, but what would you be content with leaving tonight with?
Finishing. It's 77 laps. It's a long race. Just getting through it would be good for me.
Absolutely. Well, Ben, again, you're a champion of my Formula One league, but coming here to the Outlaw Sim Series, giving your hand at stock cars. Of course, you you've known NASCAR, and you've played all the games and all that. But to finally see you going at it on a NASCAR league, glad to see you, and bring some pace with you is even better. So best of luck to you tonight, Ben. Hopefully we'll talk to you some more later on.
Thank you. Hope so.
Yes, sir. And driver of the number 23, Benjamin Park, again making his return to the Outlaws Sim Series. And you know what, Devin? There's a birthday boy in the field tonight, and I think I'm gonna send him your way. Driver of the number 5, Matthew Setzer. How about that?
Yeah, let's bring him up.
We'll go ahead and bring on up driver of the number 5, and we're a little birdie is telling us, and I've been told kind of all day, but I think I finally have to kind of put where all that information is coming from and put it now to the stream. But Matthew Setzer, I hear it may be a special day for this 5 truck.
Yes, it is.
Well, happy birthday, man. This is Evan in the booth, and Emerson, you just heard. We just want to wish you a happy birthday, man. Hopefully you can have a good night with it.
Right now, I feel like I got a good race trim truck. I don't got a good qualifying truck, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for a top 10 at least.
Hey, that'll do good with the point standings the way they are, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you'll take it. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, so to speak, right now with only about 5 races left. So we got to make it happen, right? Get ourselves in. So you said a good race trim truck. I mean, that could really benefit you here at Pocono. I mean, are y'all expecting some long runs?
Yes.
One word answer. I like it. That's what Pocono's known for. So
It's long runs all the time. I've never been here where it's always short runs.
Yeah, it's real easy to get spread out here, and we're looking to see speed in that 5 truck. You've had it at a couple racetracks and just had some interesting luck. One that comes to mind has been the dirt track at Bristol. It looked like you might have had that race won, and then an issue with pit road.
Yeah,
kind of took that one away from you.
That was my own fault. I can't blame no one else but myself.
I mean, it sucks when it's always when it's your own fault and it's no one else. I mean, no one, I think those hurt worse.
Well, it does, and it was where I went in the pits too early. I didn't pit, and I should have just pitted, but it's just one of those things you learn for next time that you just go ahead and pit and move on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you learn from the mistakes. That's what gets you better. And I mean, you're sitting there really close to that, to that playoff bubble with the wins that couple drivers behind you have. So, I mean, is that in your mind at all coming into tonight, or just not yet? Not trying to think about it. Run the race.
Right now, the only thing I want to run good. Like tonight here, my goal is just to run really top 10. If I get a top 10, that's a win to me. I know at the bigger tracks, I'm not that great. The short tracks, I'm really good at.
Oh, well, hey, we're getting to Bristol and Dover and Iowa here coming up real soon. So 2 short tracks of the last 4 races. So that'll definitely play for your advantage. But yeah, it's about time for qualifying. Before we let you go, we'll give you a chance to shout out whoever you got to shout out. Thank you, whoever you got to thank. The floor is yours, but I do want to say good luck, man, tonight, and bring it home if you can. The top 10, that'd be great.
Yep, I'd like to thank my guys at Sidetrack, Hobby South, also Bristol RC Speedway. We got a lot going on, and I hope I bring home the win when we go to Bristol, because I got to bring it home at the home track.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Bring it home at the home track. Good luck tonight again. You say top 10, but I really hope that we're talking to you at the end of this thing.
I honestly, I'll tell you right now, if I get a win tonight, it will be the best thing that's happened on my birthday. That's going to be the best thing.
Hey, birthday wish, man. Birthday wish. Blow them candles out.
Yep, I just did not too long ago. That's why I was late to practice.
Hey, there you go. All right, we'll let you get to it, man.
All right, thank you, guys.
Right on, and that's the birthday boy, driver of the number 5, Matthew Setzer, and wishing him a great race tonight on his birthday. And Devin, speaking of days, the track has changed sessions, and the sun has come out and is coming up to heat the track for our qualifying session.
Yeah,
Yep.
that might make it a little bit more loose than these guys want, but I mean, it's a big track, it's a long track, so you can't wait too long to get out there. You got to time it kind of right. I mean, this is a longer qualifying than most of the official races, but still, I mean, you can't wait too long. It's a long track, so got to get out there and get the laps in when when you can. Again, it's 3 laps, so I mean, that's a long time around here.
Absolutely. And well, as it looks right now, we have a lot to cover here. We're gonna step aside real quick though, and we'll be back on the far side with qualifying coverage here for the Outlaws Sim Series at the Pocono Raceway. Don't you go anywhere.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We're here at Pocono Race for the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 11 of 22 here for the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks schedule. We're on the run to the playoffs here. 5 races left in the run to the playoffs, counting tonight's race, and we're here into qualifying. Little technical difficulties prevented us from getting that first half of qualifying to you, but here we are, well into the second half of qualifying. It is currently Theron Elam Jr., the driver who is on provisional pole right now. And we have drivers coming around the track right now, so we'll see if that holds. But Theron Elam currently provisional pole, Devin. How about it?
Yeah, and he pit Brad Bothwell by about a half a tenth, so 47 hundredths of a second. So, I mean, it's really close up there at the top. I mean, the top 5 are covered within a tenth. Max Service being in that 5th position, exactly 1/10 back. So, I mean, it's close, and it's only going to get closer. We still have some guys who we saw up at the top. Greg Holt has yet to qualify. I'm not sure if Ben Park has gone out. I think he has, but I'm not seeing him on the scoring sheets as of yet.
Oh, well,
I might just be missing him. I just can't. Oh, there he is. He's in 10th. It took me a minute. I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, I still got Greg Holt, so we'll see what he can do. We do have some drivers on track, 45. He is on track now. We'll see what he can do. Decent line there, right up against the wall. That's exactly what you want to do out of 2. Get the most speed, keep the momentum up.
Yeah, how about it? The Mexican Julio Villalobos rounding his way through turn number 3. And down the front straightaway he goes. Villalobos currently 20th. Trying to improve upon that. The first time I ever saw this guy drive was at the Pocono Raceway back for the Emissary Truck Series, and he gets it into the top 10. 9th quickest for Villalobos.
Yeah, and it looks like he was using that first lap as a setup lap. A lot of guys like to do that. Not really go super hard in turn 1. You kind of can chew up your tires there. Maybe set it up on that short shoot down into turn 3. And then get the run off of turn 3 down that very long front stretch. Was the 78 is on track now? I'm not familiar with that number.
Well, you'll be familiar with the driver number 78, Jovi Ray, currently working his way around the racetrack, making his Outlaws Sim Series debut. He's currently on his 2nd lap of 3 right now. And it appears we're going to have to take another quick break. We'll be right back on the far side of this break with the coverage of tonight's Outlaws Sim Series Pocono race. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Hopefully this is the last time we have to break a qualifying coverage. Qualifying is coming to a close here. But yeah, we missed a lot of it, but it is driver of the number 98, Theron Elam Jr., who will qualify on the pole position for tonight's race, Devin.
Yeah, Theron Elam Jr. is going to take the Pratt Tile and Stone Award. He is our pole winner this evening here at Pocono, his first one of the season. So congratulations to Fairham Elam Jr. You are the winner of the of our Pocono races Pratt Talonstone Award. Pratt Talonstone serving Central Vermont since 2005.
Yep, absolutely. Fairham Elam Jr. doing a phenomenal job to secure the pole position tonight. And we'll go ahead and walk you down the starting lineup for tonight's race. And of course, with the pole, it is Fairham Elam Jr. who will start from row number 1, P number 1, into his outside, if he chooses the inside anyway. It'll be the 31 of Brad Bothwell. Row number 2, it'll be the 88 of Joseph Causey, the 81 of Max Service, looking to improve upon where he is right now in the point standings, right on the bubble, trying to clear his way past that bubble. Row number 3, it'll be the 95 of Devin Smith, the 33 of James Gilliard. Gilliard and Devin Smith both showed glimpses of speed earlier this season, hoping that they can continue that speed as they try to get their way into the playoffs. Row number 4, it'll be last season's champion Seth Berger, and to his outside will be, again, driver returning to the Outlaws Sim Series for the first time since, I think, the middle of last season, Benjamin Park in that number 23 truck. He is here, ready to go from P8. In row number 5, it'll be driver number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld, and driver of the number 5, birthday boy, Matthew Setzer.
Yep, then row number 6, we have Jesse Adams on the inside in the 55 truck, and then Jeremy C. Poole on his outside in the 32. Row number 7 is going to be Joshua Gathright in the 27 and 15th. 16th outside of him is Doug Solms in the 67. Oh, sorry, we skipped over row 7. So it'll be Tyler Markle on the inside and Jose Villalobos on the outside there. And then we have row 8. I just noticed those numbers were wrong. So row number 9, Joshua Landfox in the 66. Outside of him are our points leader, Greg Colt, a little bit further back than he'd like. But I'm sure that truck has some long run speed like we've seen all season. And then finally, row number 10 here is going to be Jeremiah Stutzman in 71, and then Joby Ray making his first start in the Outlaws Sim Series in 20th.
We'll go back our way here into the final group of drivers. Seth Fitzpatrick into 2, looking to try to reclaim some speed and as he tries to gear for a playoff push. Adam Gardner, the league owner, said he's feeling pretty confident coming into tonight's race. He'll start 22nd. 23rd, it'll be the 63 of Randall Barnett. And then 24th will be the driver who got driver of the week last week, Daniel Park, in the 6th. Row number 13, it'll be the 1 of John Mustian and the 89 of Kevin Thompson. Back to row number 14, it'll be the 47 of Andrew Schroeder, the 25 of Eric Technical. Row number 14. And in row number 15, it'll be P29 for truck 29, Brandon Richardson. So here we go. In the field, working their way down the short chute into turn number 3 for the first time tonight. Getting ready to get racing here at the Pocono Raceway, the tricky triangle. We work our way through turn 3. It says what turn 4 there in the background. The field of 14 and a half rows deep, full of NASCAR camping wheel trucks. The Outlaws Sim Series from Pocono is green. Oh, we got a wreck in the back! Trucks in, the catch fence in the back! Big accident, Andrew Schroeder and more involved.
Oh, yeah, that's going to bring out a caution right away. I was going to say, that might be our only restart of the night. I'm glad I didn't say it, but, oh, man, that is not how we want to get started here tonight. 3 trucks. Oh, Daniel Park, last week's driver of the week. The new driver, Mustaine, I believe is how you say his name, John Mustaine. He's in it. Andrew Schroeder. It looked like one truck got really sideways there on the straightaway, and they just came right back across the track.
Yeah, that was something I was going to try to get a look at it here. We're going to catch a little late there, so try to get the replay queued up for you. But I did not expect to see that at all. This was right here at the back of the pack, and let's see how it happens. We're reaching to 47 Andrew Schroeder, and the Hannah Montana machine there of the 6th. Oh my goodness!
That was Mustaine. Mustaine was the truck that got out of shape and came right back across the field.
I am not entirely sure what happened there. We're gonna get an onboard view here from the one of John Mustaine. What is? Oh no, that looks like an equipment malfunction or something.
I don't know if it was equipment malfunction or what. It looks like his truck he ran. You don't even hear the engine going. The revs just went down to nothing, and you can see there he's sitting on the track. The wheel's glitching.
Right.
So,
right. I mean, that hurts. You're just 60 days. Look, he's all the way back here. He's just trying to take it easy. When you don't set a qualifying time, you're pretty much putting your hands up and saying, hey, I just want to ride around and make it through this race. And on lap, not even out the green flag. Let's just watch. This is gonna hurt. Oh my goodness.
just nothing you could do if you're Daniel Park there or Andrew Schroeder. I mean, nowhere to go, nothing you can do. You're not expecting that, and the guy just comes right back up in front. Oh man, and I don't think it was anything to do with Mustang there. It looked like equipment malfunction. The wheel was glitching, so I think he noticed he had a problem, so he pulled over, and then what he probably did was unplug the wheel, and he was still going. So when he did that, it probably glitched the wheel and just turned it dead right. Because I've seen that happen before. We've seen that dead right happen on wheel malfunctions with Joseph Causey last season.
Yeah, both of those at the Auto Club Speedway, one on the road course, one on the oval. And we're going to get a slew of fastest laps right now because, well, working caution number one, and we haven't even gone a green flag lap, and most of these drivers didn't even take the green flag before race control is probably calling the caution for this one. But, wow. What a turn of events to start the Outlaws Sim Series round number 11 from the Pocono Raceway here tonight. That is something I was not expecting a catch fence crash before we even took the green.
No, not at all, and it's really unfortunate, especially for the two guys who were just trying to, they just didn't have any part in that. I mean, also Mustang I think it was something malfunction and nothing any of them could do probably. And oh man, such a long race like this, and that happens on just taking the green flag. I mean, it sets us up for another great restart, but man, you don't want to see trucks taken out like that right at the start.
Well, while we got the opportunity, let's go ahead and talk to our Pratt, Tayo, and Stone Pole Award winner, and working lap 3, and you're still holding the race lead, Farron. How you feeling? But no, in all reality, congratulations on the pole. How'd you do it, man?
I mean, we shot a fast truck tonight. Reaper Speed Shops built us a great setup for today, and I didn't make a mistake. So that's what happens when you don't make mistakes and put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Well, there you go, Farron. I'm sorry, Devin. Did you have a question?
Oh, nope. I didn't say anything, but I will. Yeah, Farron, a great showing in qualifying. And, I mean, wow, you're sitting a little bit low in the standings right now. You do have the win to your name, but just trying to solidify that you do belong in the playoffs. You can do this, and you're going to make a run for the championship. I mean, what a statement to make here at the Tricky Triangle. Is that got to build your confidence as we get closer to the playoffs.
Yeah, man, it's huge for the conference, man. It's the first time I've ever came here on the sim. I've never been here before, so yeah, I mean, it builds confidence. I feel like without the run of bad luck we had there for 2 to 3 weeks, I feel like we'd definitely be a little bit higher in points. But sometimes they're out of your control, and hopefully we can come out here today and at least come away with the top 5.
So essentially, tonight's race is gonna be, with the caution here, let's say it's 73 laps or so. How do you feel now before, I guess, really getting into it?
I don't know, the heart rate's up a little bit now because you don't expect a wreck going into turn 1, but hopefully that don't happen to me. I'm prepared. We put a lot of work in this week for Pocono, and I feel like I'm in a good spot where if I don't make mistakes, I think we got the speed to top 5, maybe challenge for win.
That's awesome. Real quick, Farron, we're going to give you the floor here to shout out who we're going to shout out. Thank you. We're going to thank for the pole position to lead for now?
Obviously, all my teammates at Dark Horse Racing, Reaper Speed Shop, Speed Labs for building this great setup, and Raging Cajun Wrapping Designs, who has wrapped every single one of DHR's cars, I think except for 2. So big thanks to him.
Absolutely. Well, Farron, best luck to you, driver. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Yep.
And that was driver of the number 98, Farron Elam Jr. And we're getting ready for a restart here. It is the 98 of Farron Elam. Going to lead us. It's the iRacing.com safety vehicle. Finds its safety in the pit lane. Hopefully it's safe down there because we're green from Pocono. Farron Elam with the early advantage. Brad Boffo trying to take over that race lead, and Joseph Kiazi waits in the wings there in third.
Yeah, good start for all of our drivers there. Nobody really got away. It is really easy to get away there if you can time that start right as the leader, but Bothwell, great jump there to stay with him. Causey going to look to the inside, though, try and take second place. You can see how wide this front stretch is. They spread out and way back there, almost 4 wide in the back of the pack there.
Joseph Causey noses out in front there. A Brad Bothwell moved that 88 up into second place. And again, at the moment, potentially the third points lead change in as many weeks is what we're looking at here. Here goes Brad Bothwell trying to take second right back.
Bothwell going to drive it into turn 2. It's going to be a tight turn. He's not able to make it. Sticky slides. He might end up losing third place. Joshua Landfox has a run on him as they get into turn 3 now. That's something that turn 2 can do. If you don't get it right, it can really mess up your momentum, and that's exactly what it did to Brad Bothwell. He is going to be on the outside as they come out of 3. You can get a good run there. He has drivers behind him that'll help him. He is able to maintain it for now, but man, he lost a lot of time to second place, Joseph Costa.
And how about it? Joshua Landfox and Julio Villalobos in the top 5 early here at Pocono. What great runs it's looking for him early on here as we work lap 7 of 77. Joshua Fox almost catches the wall there off of turn number 1, but this huge slipstream down the long pond, if you can get a nice run, you might be able to send it here into the tunnel, but everybody thinks better of it, of course, especially this early into the race. And I think now you're kind of looking to try to worry about your exit for turn 3 and try to set something up down in turn 1.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, if you can take that second turn almost flat out, we heard Villalobos back off the throttle just a little bit, but it looks like the 2 drivers in front of him, Bothwell and Landfox there, were able to take that a little bit faster than Jose Villalobos, so maybe a tire-saving move for him early.
How about this? 3 wide.
3 wide.
Down the front straightaway, everybody kind of works themselves out into turn number 1, but Doug Solms, Greg Holt, Brandon Richardson, Seth Fitzpatrick, a lot of jostling for position here at the heart of the pack. Matthew Setzer now under attack from the current point leader.
Yeah, you got to make those moves early. It's really hard to pass here. You can get such good runs on the outside, but if the drivers, you don't want to let them have it, so they can block that outside, and your momentum's pretty much gone. So you got to make them up early on new tires, and the 25 truck, there he is right there. He's looking to get inside in turn 3. He's not going to have the preferred line when they come off.
Oh, near contact, sideways is Peck. He'll hold on to that truck, but wow, nearly coming together, nearly catches the wall.
Yeah, trying to get that thing back up in the line, get into the draft so he doesn't lose more than he's already lost, but he's already under fire from Adam Gardner. Adam Gardner drives it into turn 1, tries to outbrake him, but he's fighting back on the outside. Is he going to have the preferred lane getting off? And Eric Peck's able to maintain that position.
Wow, wow, wow. What a great defense there from Eric Peck. And how about this? Here comes Kevin Thompson on Randall Barnett, side by side into the tunnel turn. Barnett holds his own around the outside, but I think Thompson might get the run. Here comes Richardson. He wants to take it 3 wide. He'll think better of it, though. Back to 2 wide. Here comes Gardner trying to take the spot. Oh, man, the pack racing back here is insane. Richardson trying to get down to the bottom. Gardner's down there. He catches the grass. Gardner sideways.
Oh my gosh, some fantastic holding on to the truck there from Adam Gardner. Catches the grass, able to hold it, keep it from spinning. Such close racing from these drivers, but so far it's been okay. So here's teammates going at it here up in the top 10. Seth Berger trying to get in front of his teammate Max Service. He's able to make that pass before they get into turn 2. Again, it looks like that turn 2 catching people out. You don't want to be side by side, I don't think, getting through there. Unless you can do that right there where you make the pass right before the turn, as Benjamin Park was able to make there.
Yeah, Ben Park was able to slide right on by Devin Smith into the tunnel turn. I don't know if maybe Devin had a bad turn 1 or something happened on straightaway, but nonetheless, he just powered right on by. And how about Greg Holt, after starting 18th, trying to power his way forward right now up to 14th and looking to continue his climb through the field. He's been as high as 12th, though, looking to continue working his way forward.
Yeah, this is really going to test his resolve here. I mean, we know that Greg Holt always seems to bring a very fast long-run truck to all these races, and he's very good on the long runs, but Pocono's kind of a different beast. It's really hard to pass here. It's really hard to make up positions if you don't get them at the start. Seth Fitzpatrick going to look on the inside of turn 2. He's able to clear it before they get to the apex. 45 truck, though, is going to battle back. Jose Villalobos does not want to give up that spot so easily, but he's going to have to concede it for now. Seth Berger just a little faster at this point in the race, lets him get on by.
Yeah, Villalobos out of the top 5 for now. Julio Villalobos again came over from the MSRA Truck Series, just wanted to continue running some of these races we have here on PitStop TV. Decided Outlaws Sim Series would be a good little spot to come try out the races, and it seems like he likes it. He keeps coming back for more, going at it with last season's champion there, Seth Berger. And now Julio Villalobos is in a Swift Racing sandwich, and they have rebranded from Burnt Rubber Racing. It is now Swift Racing, and Villalobos nearly catches the wall. Julio hangs on to it. Here comes Max.
Yeah, Max going to take a look. He's going to think about it, thinks better of it, though, as he tucks in behind Jose Villalobos, getting into turn 2 a little wide through there. Doesn't able to catch the apron. Oh, that was Max that didn't catch the apron there, but Julio was right on it. They're going to look into turn 3. Max drives it in a little deeper, but he stays right tucked behind that 45 truck for now, and try and get the run as they go down the front straightaway here. And I apologize, it was Julio Villalobos, not Jose. That is my fault. Yeah, Julio Villalobos.
All good. We're working now lap 13 of 77, and I think it's now important to note that we do have stages in the race. Again, stages are scored under natural flat conditions. And oh my goodness, Villalobos nearly catches the turn 1 wall. I thought Kazi was going at it for the race lead, and I think he was just trying to get some clean air to the nose. I don't know. But stage 1 will be scored at the completion of lap 16, and there will be no change of session state for that stage ending either. And then stage 2, I believe, is the end of lap 35. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure end of lap 16, end of lap 35. We'll be giving out stage points at the top 10, and maybe that's why Greg Holt is on such a hot mission to get to that top 10, knowing that Kazi's up in second. And if Kazi stays there, or even wins the stage for that matter, because he's going at it now with Farron Elam Jr. Farron being defensive, the defense down the front straight.
Yeah, Farron pushed him down a little bit, but Kazi drives it in deep into turn 1. He looks like he's going to complete the pass. Farron, though, will have a run as they come off the turn, as you see the 31 truck exhibiting that run. Kazi going to block inside. Here we go to turn 2. The leader side by side as they get in down the middle of the back of the long pond straight into turn number 2.
Oh, man. Getting tied into the turn. I think Farron concedes he'll live to fight another day. Wow, some great racing all through the pack, and great racing for the race lead. Huge defense from Farron Elam, allowed Kazi, trying to not allow Kazi to get to his inside. He did in the turn 1. You know what Farron did? He backed off, worked on his corner exit, and he was able to get side by side with Joseph for turn 2 and down Long Pond. But this battle for third won't go away. 2 laps to go in stage 1.
Yeah, Fox there putting his 66 truck on the inside of Bothwell. Bothwell's been sliding the back end of that truck around for a couple of laps now. Looks like he's doing a drifting expedition out of turn 2 the last lap. But yeah, just not handling right on the tail end of that truck. That's also, this battle's allowed Seth Berger, them being side by side, has allowed him to get up to this. He's going to look to the inside now of Joshua Landfox to get into turn 2. He's there.
Side by side, the last champion goes, and he'll put himself into 4th place. He's got 1 lap to see if he can get to Bothwell. Villalobos under attack from Gilliard. Here we go into turn 3. Gilliard slides up the track a little bit. Villalobos hangs tough on the outside, though. That is a very tough road to hoe for the 45, but he'll hold on, and they'll go side by side down the front.
Yeah, Villalobos gets the preferred line, getting off the top of the turn there. He gets the run down the front stretch, but Gilliard's not going away. Gilliard's going to look to the inside again as they get into turn 1. He was a little bit of side drafting there. Oh, truck's slow on the inside. Luckily, he's out of the way, but that was
man.
Contact.
Near contact there, and Max nearly catches the wall. That was Jeremy Poole coming off the pit lane. And again, this is a battle for stage points. The stage ends, and at the end of this lap, side by side for the 6th position and for 8th. Gilliard trying to take it away, nearly getting into him off of the tunnel. Max and Stutzman side by side behind. Gaffright in the wings.
Gilliard just getting sideways off the turn. Oh, little contact now. That was definite contact. Forces Julio Villalobos up the track. He's going to dive it in, though, to the inside.
Man.
Oh, glides it up in front of Max Service. What crazy racing here for the stage points.
It'll be Gilliard 6th, Villalobos 7th, Service 8th, Stutzman 9th, and Gaffright 10th. The top 5, as on the other hand, pretty spread out after some changes to the lead there. Kazi won stage 1 over Baron Elian, Brad Bothwell. Seth Berger was not able to get there, and Joshua Fox, the top 5. Those are the 10 drivers getting stage points, a little out of order there. But now we work towards lap 35, and here's the thing. These trucks, on a full tank of fuel, they can go about 30, 35, maybe 40 laps if you save. But that stage might come right at pit cycles. And here comes Seth onto the podium on Bothwell.
Yeah, Bothwell got a little high into turn 1. Seth Berger's going to take advantage of it, try to get the run down the front stretch. He does have the 66 truck behind him there. Side drafting a little bit down the front. Let's see if he can drive it in. What you want to do is kind of do a slide job here in turn 1. You want to drive it in further than your opponent, outbrake them a little bit. There's not a whole lot of brakes in these trucks, but pretty much the same idea. Outbrake him, then slide up in front of him. Seth Berger's not able to do that, so now he's going to have his work cut out for him. Side by side, door to door, they go down the long pond straight into turn number 2.
And how about the view Joshua Fox has of all of this? Side by side through the tunnel. Seth trying to clear Bothwell. Bothwell hangs tough on the outside. Into turn 3 we go. Looks like Seth has the advantage. We can send it on in there, but Bothwell's trying to keep it planted. Now here comes Fox.
Yeah, Fox going to see what Seth Berger's doing. Berger's trucks look very planted. He does the slide job, gets up in front of the 31, blocks him a little bit as they come down the front. Not going to be able to block him enough, though. Here comes Brad back, fighting for that 3rd place position on the inside as they go to turn 1. What a battle so far between these drivers for 3rd place.
You know, I was not expecting this great of racing with these trucks at Pocono. I mean, I knew that it was going to be better racing, I think, than what we see with maybe the Xfinity cars. I think the Cup cars actually provide some great raceability here, the 550 package, contrary to popular belief. It's actually pretty fun. You and I both drove them in the league a couple weeks ago. Ball fell sideways out of the tunnel turn. He'll hang on to it. But man, these trucks, this looks like a blast. I wish I was kind of out there.
Yeah, Bothwell's done that quite a few times so far out of turn 2, letting it hang out. Like I said, it looks like he's putting a drifting expedition on when they come out of turn 2 almost every lap. But that's definitely hurting his rear tires. And that's just going to get worse and worse as he keeps wearing them out, lighting them up the way he is. Here's Jovi Ray now working his way. I believe this is for the 17th position as he has made that pass. Looking at Tyler Markle down the road just ahead of these guys, he's made up a couple of spots. Not really the position that Markle would like to be at right now, but probably just trying to see what his truck has.
Oh, Barnett slides up the track, nearly puts Peck in the wall. Three wide. I was going to say, we have the driver making his first Outlaws Sim Series start racing, the league owner there. Jovi Ray makes easy work of league owner Adam Gardner. Here comes Jesse Adams. At this battle here, looks like Barnett might have shredded his tires because he is struggling at the center of these corners. And Peck catches the wall.
Turn 2 starting to catch people out as they push it through turn 2, trying to keep up the momentum out of that turn. What you have to do, I mean, that's if you get the truck set up right. Ooh, pass through the grass.
Man, wow! Richardson nearly clipping Oh, and looks like Greg Holt is coming down the pit lane, so I think he's showing his hand on the strategy. I think he's going to make this a clear-cut 2-stop. I'd imagine this, and then a 1-stop to the end of the race, but interesting from Holt to pit this early. Fitzpatrick is also in the 2 truck.
Could be strategy call for where they qualify. They were both kind of mid end of the pack. Not really where either one of them probably wanted to be. So maybe doing the 2-stop, they think that they can catch some people out, make up some positions here late in the race by having fresher tires on the guys who try to stretch it.
Man, oh man, here we go. Buffalo, man, looks like he's on a crash course for the wall, but avoids it as Max Service trying to battle in for that 6th position.
Yeah, in that inside lane, you can see how much momentum you lose when you come off of turn 3. You just got to be on that outside lane or get that slide job done like we saw Seth Berger do so you can be set up for turn number 1. Man, it is so hard to pass here. I mean, it's proven it every time again when we do see passes. It's not taking, it's not done in 1 turn. You got to make it and set it up for like 2 turns in advance. But here's Seth Berger fighting for 2nd.
The pole sitter of Fair and Elam Jr. is getting sliced and diced by last season's champion, Seth Berger. But you know what? If you're going to get beat by 2 people, how about it? I mean, be only last season's champion and this season's point leader. I think some great company to be among. If you're Fair and Elam Jr. trying to prove that you belong in this series and, prove that you're... I shouldn't say that because he belongs here, but proving that he's going to contend for this series and seriously can be a title contender. This is some great company to be among.
It definitely is, and I mean, he showed that he can hang with him. He's not really lost touch too much with Joseph Causey. I mean, only a 2nd back, which is not bad for how long they've been running. Normally, Causey's trying to pull out some big leads by this point when he gets out to fresh air, but he's just not been able to do that so far. In fact, it looks like Seth Berger is trying to take a little chunk out of that lead. He's kind of dialed it in. It's almost below a 2nd now. We're getting close. So, man, some speed there in the long run from the 77 truck trying to make up for a mishap in last week's race where he probably should have won that race.
Jeremiah Stutzman hits the pit lane. I should acknowledge that something amiss with Kyle Lingerfeld. He had to make a pit stop on that 1 caution he had today. And pretty late there because he ended up not even being able to catch up to the field. He actually restarted about 12 seconds back of the back of the field. There's something amiss for Kyle Lingerfeld. That's not going to help him as he's in the middle of the top 10 the point standings. He needs to have a good run as you get closer to those playoffs. And right now, Lingerfeld just kind of last car that hasn't made a pit stop right now in the 22nd position at the start finish.
Yeah, there's some interesting battles going on here for 5th place. Joshua Gathright looking on the inside of Brad Bothwell. Now Max Service trying to follow Gathright through. We're starting to see who's been saving their tires here on this run. Gathright, Seth Berger, James Gilliard, all starting to make their way towards the front, passing these guys who were up front early in this race. Gilliard gets a job easy done out of 3 there. Nice, impressive pass
Max
there.
Sideways.
Ooh, big save there from the 81 sideways. I mean, it's so hard to pass on the inside. That's why I was so impressed with how the 33 truck got it done. It's just so hard to get the pass done on the inside of turn 3. Here is Benjamin Park. Now he's making his way up the field. He's been saving those tires. He's on the inside of Villalobos as they come out of turn 1. Now going down the Long Pond Straight.
How about Ben Park making his first Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks start this season. Of course, ran some Xfinity races last season. And again, they were not to this level. He has certainly improved. He's brought a lot of pace with him on his return, making himself a true contender, I think, in his first start. And he can just continue to improve upon this. I mean, this is great. As Max Service working to the outside of Bothwell. Bothwell's pitting now, and he's sideways trying to get to pit road speed.
Ooh, yeah, this is a tough pit road to make. I mean, it's off of turn 3, so you think you can carry a lot more speed in there than you actually can. I mean, it's a sharp turn in, and you got to brake at the same time. So if you're not careful, the back end of the truck will come around, or the front end will lock up and just plow straight forward, whichever way you're pointing. So luckily for Bothwell, he's able to get it slowed down, get his service done. These guys looking to make it a two-stop strategy from here. It looks like I don't know if they're going to be able to stretch it, Emerson. It looks like a two-stop here.
Yeah, I think it was kind of always going to be a two-stop, but I don't know. I mean, maybe if you go, as long as you can, especially with that early caution, maybe you think about taking a splash at the end, especially if you save tires. I don't know. That's just some thoughts I'd run through as a driver. Looks like Farron Elam Jr., the first of the front runners to come down pit lane.
Yeah, so definite two-stop strategy playing out for most of these drivers. Seth Fitzpatrick has not exited his box. He's still there. So I'm not sure what's going on with that 2 truck. He's now 6 laps down. I don't think we caught him catching a wall or anything like that, but
I'd
imagine not good for the 2 truck when he's trying to keep up in that top half of the points and set himself up for the playoffs. But yeah, he looks to be not leaving pit road, so possibly an early exit for Seth Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I'd imagine that he probably sped and maybe just called it quits from there. Farron Elam is still in the box.
Did he get a unsafe pit entry?
Or maybe a speeding penalty.
Or speeding, or I mean, I don't recall anything when he came down pit road. You got to stay to the right. That yellow line is the magic line. It's not because of the wall, and you see it right there. It's because of the scoring pylon. It sticks out and juts into the pit road, so it's that yellow line that they need to stay next to when they come down pit road and then pull into their boxes. It's really easy to speed here. Such a long pit road down a very long straight where you're used to going almost close to 180, 190 miles an hour. So yeah, definitely a pit road penalty there for Farron Elam, which, I mean, you don't want to see that. Self-inflicted wounds.
Here we go. How about
you were
this?
Doing so good at.
Battle for the race lead. Last season champion, this season's point leader. At the end of a tire run here at Pocono, Seth Berger has chased down Joseph Causey. And here we go, doing battle on the front straightaway on lap 29.
Yeah, and you talked earlier about that race that you and I were in here with the Cup cars. Seth Berger was in that race and had a shot to win it. So he knows Pocono very well. He's really comfortable at this track. He knows how to drive it. Ooh, Causey a little loose out of 1. That's going to give the run to the 77. He's right on the back bumper as they get down into 2. Causey blocks as they go down the long pond into turn number 2.
And if you ask Seth, he'll say that he should have won that race. He kind of plowed the wall with 2 laps to go and lost the lead on the final lap of that race. Trying to, maybe if he wins tonight, you think that makes up for it? I don't know. But he'll go toe-to-toe with Joseph Causey if he's going to have to do it. Working lap 29. Do any of these guys try to short pit one another?
It's definite possibility here. It doesn't look like any of them are going to bite this time around. Also, Seth kind of went to the inside of turn number 3. His tires, though, do look a lot better. He's able to gain right back on the back bumper of Causey. He looks to the outside. Causey blocks again as they go into turn 1.
So, 16th on back. I've made pit stops along with Tyler Markle and Kevin Thompson. So pretty much everybody in the top 15, minus those 2, have come down to pit lane. I think Tyler Markle and Kevin Thompson maybe pitted on the first deal. So I think everyone in the top 15, I think we're still waiting to see pit stops from. And yes, so top 15 still have yet to come down to pit lane. And here we go, side by side now, out of the tunnel to the outside. Seth looks. If he can pin down Joseph, that might be his chance. Near contact into turn 3.
Oh, a little door shot almost from the 88 truck trying to stay in front of the 77. Don't think Berger's going to like that one too much. He fights back, though. He's still right on the back bumper. I don't think that 77 truck will give much quarter after a move like that this early in the race. We'll have to see. He's right there as they get into turn 1.
And while I agree, you probably wouldn't be too happy, all too thrilled about that. At the same time, I mean, these are stock cars with fenders on them. I mean, they're meant to make a little bit of contact, and you're on a late tire run here. I mean, you give it your all here, and at the same time, I don't think these trucks are handling the way these drivers really want to on lap 31. So it may not have entirely been his fault.
Probably not. It was more so probably just sliding that rear end that we've seen so many guys do. But still, when you're in the cockpit, just knowing from experience, you're trying to pass a guy and stay and give him plenty of room, and then something like that happens. You kind of take it to heart. But hey, there we go, the short pit.
Very intriguing. We know that Seth already chased down Joseph, so does Joseph try to respond to Seth, or does he just have to go on his own strategy? Because Seth really already looked faster on the long run.
You got to respond. I don't think there's any way that the 88 truck can stay up front if he pits any other time than this next lap. Got to respond.
Oh, but he misses the box!
Oh, it wasn't by much, but that's going to cost him so much time. He probably could have had the lead.
Too. Oh, man. Swift Racing needs to go practice their stopping on the signs.
Yeah, and you can see there just how much time it cost him. I mean, Seth's just in front of who is that? I can't read the number
that's
there.
That's the 5. No, that's the 25 of Eric Peck, who's a lap off the pace.
Oh, okay, so lap off pace. I thought that was one of the guys right behind them. But, yeah, there's James Gilliard. There's Jeremiah Stutzman.
There's the leader of the drivers who've pitted, Jeremiah Stutzman.
Yeah, so you see, I mean, it's just a lot of time lost there sliding through your box. Here comes Gath right now. We'll see when Causey comes in. I think he's in. He is in now. Yes.
Yep, the race leader is in. Yep, down at the end of pit lane. Can he make it in the box? He's taking it so slow in there. He did not want to slide.
Yeah. I mean, that can cost you time too, but probably not as much as having to put it in reverse real quick. So we'll see what happens when they come out. Joseph Causey, pretty routine stop for him. He gets back on the floor. And he's going to come out now when he gets up to speed as they get into turn 1. Where is Seth Berger?
Right there. That's a huge difference. But you know what? There's a couple factors to think here. And Joseph, so you're able to come off the pit lane there into turn 1. But Joseph was very courteous there and waited till at least the traffic had passed him before coming up. And he came up in the center corner, yes. But again, the pit exit cone is there before entering turn 1. And he waited till the corner.
Yeah, very courteous there to let this group by. And coming up in the middle of the turn, I mean, he probably knew no one was behind that pack. So perfect time to come up, get up to speed, and try and track down that 77 truck, which looks to be his biggest competition. But right now, that Callaway truck of Tyler Markle is up front. One of the guys who pitted on that first caution at the beginning of the race. Maybe just trying to get a couple splash of fuel, see if he can make it to the end. He's got to go at least maybe 6-7 more laps to be safe. I don't know if he has that in the tank, but definitely a different strategy and get him some points here for leading some laps, which is always good. But we haven't talked much about him. He's been in the back so far, but up front now, and looking pretty decent. The back end of that truck's not really outstepping him at all.
You know what? He looked really low off the corner. I think he's saving. I think he is trying to make that one. Well, I say one stop. He already pitted at the beginning of the race. Give himself some extra fuel, but one stop to the end. Kevin Thompson is info. Again, I don't think it's likely that it'll happen, but I think he's trying that. And also, those colors look pretty similar, don't they, Devin?
Yeah, they do. That's a little truck there that he has asked me to paint for him. So something I just put together for him. Callaway Golf is on the truck, and gave it a little bit of a golf feel with the grass and the golf ball and the tee there. So something I like doing for some drivers that I know if they ask, I'll give them a little paint scheme, just so they can run something different from time to time. But Jeremiah Stutzman, again, he's the first one of the pack that pitted under green so far. Again, Tyler Markle has not pitted under green.
But you know what? Tyler Markle is coming off a turn 3 to win stage 2. I completely forgot about that. Tyler Markle is the stage 2 winner. Jeremiah Stutzman will come off a turn 3 and finish second. I completely forgot about that. James Gilliard will come across the line in third. It'll be Seth Berger in fourth. Joshua Lane Fox in fifth. Joseph Kazi in sixth. Brad Bothwell seventh. Benjamin Park in eighth. Max Service ninth with a very, very close Joshua Gaff right there in 10th. Tailing it, could not pull out there to take that point, but that was the end of stage 2.
Maybe now it's making all sense for the 42 truck there, trying to get these laps led at the end of the stage, take home stage 2. While the other trucks are thinking for the win, this 42 truck may be thinking, I can get stage 2 here, and then I'll dive it into pit road.
I think that was it. I mean...
Yep, that definitely was it.
Look, Tyler is pretty much a lock into the... I mean, he's not by any mathematical senses. But if he continues the run he's on, there's not a whole lot that can happen to Tyler for him to fall out of the playoffs. And so he's kind of in limbo where he is in the point standings. He's kind of just floating in between battles. He's in fourth. Stutzman's like 30 ahead of him. He's got like 30 back to the next battle. Might as well just go and get playoff points.
You might as well. I mean, you get some laps led, get that up front time. I mean, it's always good to be leading the race. And he's going to be on the freshest tires right here, so it's not like he's going to fall so far back that he might be out of it. He is going to have to make another stop, but I mean, he's going to have, like I said, the freshest tires as he comes off the pit road. So look for him to be on the move here. All these guys have run about 5 or 6 laps on their tires, maybe a little bit more in Jeremiah Stutzman's favor. But yeah, he's definitely going to be having some speed in that 42 truck now.
And you know what? Jeremiah Stutzman's always kind of the strategic driver of the field. When you think of field strategy, tire strategy, this is the number one driver I think of, just because he is always able to manipulate the math in certain ways to work out in his favor most of the time. I bet he was thinking he was going to win that stage once he made his pit stop. And Tyler Markle maybe foiled his plan a little bit.
Yeah, and that extra pit stop during that caution is what kind of propelled Markle to be able to do that. So some forward thinking there from the 42, also from the 71. 42 maybe gets the better of the deal this time, but yeah, you never really want to bet against Jeremiah Stutzman when it comes to any type of strategy calls in the race. The guy, I mean, his head is always thinking about strategy calls, pit road, fuel mileage, all of that, and he is normally the guru at it. So I normally wouldn't bet against him, but this time it seemed like Tyler Markle maybe was just a little bit ahead of him.
You know what? It's all about that opening caution that gave Tyler Markle the extra fuel to be able to do all this. And how about this battle? This is Berger and James Gilliard side by side for the second position, working their way through turn number 1, and they're also catching that 71 of Stutzman very quickly.
Yeah, and Berger, again, a lot of speed in that truck as the tires start to wear out. He just shows that he still has tons of speed in that 77. Gilliard, they're going to draft him down the back. Seth moves down just to say, hey, no, you're not going to try that. So 77 stays in front for now through turn number 2. Now he has his sight set on the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman, just a little ways down the road, only about a second down the road before Seth Berger is in the race lead.
Well, check this out. Greg Holt has just been passed by Tyler Markle. That means Greg Holt looks like he's getting ready to settle in the 15th position. And I mean, it was pretty evident with the first 2 stages where Kazi got stage points and Holt got none. But man, the point lead changes again.
Yeah, no, Greg Holt, like I said, starting that far back, it's just so hard to drive through this field. He loses another spot there. But so hard to drive through this field. I was trying to look at the truck, see if there's maybe some damage on the right-hand side. I don't see any, I don't think.
Just
but
a little bit on the right rear, but that shouldn't keep him back here.
Yeah, that shouldn't slow him up too much. So here comes the league owner, Adam Gardner. He's going to get under him here out of 1. So something amiss on that 3 truck He did pit. He was one of the earliest trucks to pit, so his tires are falling off big time.
Right, right.
So that could be it, but I mean, definitely something that three truck's not wanting to see at this point in the race, where he's now all the way back in 17th, and uh, his compadre Joseph Causey up here challenging for the lead.
Well, Berger and, well, let's be honest, the rest of the top 5 made easy work of Stutzman, who probably thought he was going to get the Stage 2 victory and didn't even get that. And now we're at it once again for the race lead between Berger and Causey. If this can get sorted out, we'll take a side-by-side, but I wouldn't want to lead this lead battle for anything.
No, I mean, it's always been Swift and Performance Sim Sports up front for most of the season. These guys have some of the greatest battles we've seen all season long. Causey a little bit higher at turn 3 this time. Maybe trying to set up a run down the front stretch. Not gaining too much this time, though. 77 pulling away just a slight hair until they get towards the end of the straightaway where Causey catches the draft.
Whoa, near contact between Benjamin Park and Joshua Gaffrey. Sorry to cut away from the lead battle, but I thought they were getting ready to crash off of turn 3. This battle looks like this is intensified between these two.
Yeah, Park goes high to block Gathright from trying to get the run. Gathright drives to the inside. Not the preferred lane to drive it off and diamond that turn, so to speak. The banking being not progressive banking, it doesn't really like that diamonding effect in turn 1. Gathright, though, sends it into turn number 2. He's there. He takes the spot back away. A lot faster through turn number 2. The 23 really backed off in turn number 2 to give that position up. I'm not sure he was expecting the move, and it probably caught him off guard a bit.
Look at Berger going offline down the front straighter to break some of the slipstream. As Causey got an amazing run out of turn 3. Berger maybe taking a page out of the notes of maybe some IndyCar drivers, IndyCar races here at Pocono, trying to break the draft. And of course, you see that pretty much anytime there's a long straightaway, drivers trying to break the draft. But here we go down to the long pond, and Causey closing up once again. 2.6, 2.5, I'm sorry, 0.26, 0.25, 0.21 minute into the tunnel.
Yeah, that draft is definitely an effective thing through here. The short shoes, not so much. I mean, it still can be. You can still see that 88 truck closing as they get into turn 3, but it's definitely that front stretch over a mile long, and then the long pond stretch where you can really make up time. Causey, great run out of turn 3. He's going to be right on the back of Seth Berger. He looks to the outside of Seth Berger as they go down.
Lap car! Oh my goodness.
Seth Berger setting a pick almost with the lap truck there. I believe that is that Jeremy C. Poole? I'm not sure who that is.
That is Jeremy Poole. I'm sorry, that caught me so off guard. I had no idea that they caught the lap traffic.
Seth Berger sees it out of the front mirror and tries to use him as a pick, and it works to perfection. maybe that's him thinking, okay, that's a little payback for the little contact. Side shot there, the little contact in turn 3 earlier, setting this pick here when you get a great run off of turn 3. But I fully expect that 88 truck to do it again. Looks really good through turn 3, really composed, that 88 truck running that middle high line. And yeah, again, he gets another decent run. Maybe not so much this time, but still, that draft just pulls him right back to the back bumper of the 77.
I was gonna say Joseph. Yeah, I think his setup is very hooked up for turn 3. If anything, Joseph looked a little yawed out coming through the center of the corner. That one lap we were taking the rear onboard of Seth Berger's truck. Here we go, though, down the long pond. Causey has a great run, but does not send it into turn 2. He knows better than that. And excuse me. You know what? I was gonna say, for any other driver, losing the race lead after leading the entire first stint of the race, I think would be huge. Like Joseph, in the spot Joseph Causey's in right now, this is the first time he's really experiencing dirty air, since the pit stops. And I think any other driver would really falter and shred their tires because of it. But Joseph, just with his experience on the sim and his knowledge and just racing for as long as he has, understands, what to do when the tables turn.
I definitely agree with that because he is a racecraft professional here at any track. But one thing I think he is doing is he's trying to put pressure on Seth Berger. He knows Seth Berger's truck is very fast on the long runs. I mean, he tracked him down from a couple of seconds back on the last run. And so maybe what he's trying to do here is get that 77 off his game, put a little pressure on him. Just let him know, hey, I'm here and I'm not going away. So maybe trying to put a little pressure and see if that 77 will make a mistake at any point in the race, and so he can take advantage of it. So far, it doesn't look like Seth Berger's put a foot wrong, but that has to be what Joseph Causey is doing right now, just not letting Seth Berger get away and then putting the pressure on to see if he can make a mistake or force a mistake out of the 77 and take advantage of it.
Well, you'll notice, I think what Seth has on Joseph right now is these arcs into the corners. And Seth is just getting such a nice late turn in to turn one. And Joseph's kind of turning in a lot earlier. And of course, you got to think about the bump there in turn one. He sure wanting to avoid it. But when you take a late turn in like that, your tires are just not under the same amount of pressures. Maybe you take an early turn in and you have dirty air. I mean, that's a lot for your right front tire to handle.
Yeah, and I'm just noticing too, Causey does have a little bit of damage on that front bumper. It's very minor, but any damage here can hurt the truck quite a bit. Seth Berger slides out of turn 3 that time, but Causey got a very bad exit out of turn 3 as well. So not going to really hurt Seth too much, but he did slide the rears a little bit there. But yeah, this little bit of damage on the 88 truck not helping it off. He loses this draft. To Seth Berger, it could be all she wrote here for trying to catch this leader again, but hanging on to the coattails right now is the 88, but I mean, that 77 though has looked brilliant on the long runs, and we're getting another good one here. We did say this one was going to be pretty much a green flag race. That one early caution, Max Service back into pit again, but we've had that one short little caution at the front here. Here comes Greg Holt as well, but since then, all green flag.
We take a look at the chat and we see Maffey Setzer support has come out in full force from Dark Horse Racing, and the Berger Nation support has come out in the chat as Seth Berger, last season's champion, takes over the race lead as our two-time winner on the season, Greg Holt, and was our point leader coming into today's race. Looks to take his final pit stop of the evening. We're going to step aside real quick, and we're going to go side by side here from the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Don't go anywhere. We won anyway.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We're here at the Tricky Triangle to Pocono Raceway. The Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks, round number 11 of 22 on the season. We're in the midst of green flag pit stops, and Seth Berger currently the race leader. Farron Elam on the pit lane as we speak. Let's go ahead and see how Farron is doing. There he is in his number 98. Again, the pole sitter tonight, he was running in third at the speeding penalty. I'm assuming the speeding penalty. We can get clarification on that later, but Farron, again, was in prime position to secure a top 5 for sure, I think, from where he was and how far ahead he had over everyone else. The rest of the competition, I think a top 5 was in the cards easily for Farron, but that's part of racing, yeah. The pit mistakes. But we get to it here. We're gonna go ahead and shout out some of our partners here at PitStop TV, and those like, of course, Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and we will custom create a beautifully framed high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info, and use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your purchase. Don't worry, what's on your screen right now is Seth Berger getting overtaken by a vehicle who has come down to pit lane, Brad Bothwell. That was not for position, do not worry. But when it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. With locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, permanent makeup and cryo in Maine owner Ashley Bollier is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine by going to permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing, camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, and you can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, our friends at BAM Racing Videos by a race fan for the racing community. Check them out on Facebook. Well, Ben Park, Adam Gardner, a couple drivers having some decent runs tonight. A little bit of damage to both of their trucks on the pit lane, and Ben is still in the pit box, and he was in there for 41 seconds. I'd imagine either he was taking damage or had a 30-second hole, which I don't see those very often, but
he looks like he got the wall pretty good, so
Right.
I'm imagining it's some damage taken there, not really a penalty. Here's Jovi Ray. His truck looks a little damaged on the right as well. Maybe not as much as the 23 did, but just a slight hair right behind that right front tire, it looks like. Slight smudge, so he's made contact. There's a couple drivers who's made, quite a few drivers actually, who've made contact with that wall at some point tonight.
how about this?
Here we go. Causey's trying the undercut on Berger this time.
And we saw how powerful it was, just a one-lap undercut the other way around. So
And also, I mean, Seth slid through his box last time as well, so maybe it's even more powerful as Causey gets into his box nice and easy this time. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens now. If you're Seth Berger, you got to come next time by.
You have to. I don't know what strategy you're trying to pull, but if you're not coming this lap, you're doing it wrong. I feel.
Causey's still there. Causey's still in the box.
He is still in the box. Oh my goodness. Joseph Causey was surefire taking over the point lead today, and I think he still is, to be completely honest, at the stage points. But oh my goodness, Joseph Causey essentially has thrown away his chance of winning tonight's race.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to cut you off, Ferguson, but I just noticed it. Here comes Seth. He's coming to put the 88 a lap down. It looks like the 88 is finally able to get away, possibly. Oh my gosh. There he goes. He's able to get away now, but essentially almost a whole lap down is that 88 truck to the 77 now. And oh man, that's going to hurt so much. He was right there too.
This Seth is down and away as well. So now we're just trying to see where does Seth come out in relation to drivers who have made pit stops on this round of, on this cycle. And I mean, Max Service was the first driver who really came down the pit lane the second time around, and Seth is ahead of Max.
Yeah, he is. I mean, those Seth and Joseph Causey were quite a ways in front of most of the rest of the field. Max Service was kind of I'm not sure exactly how many seconds he was behind him, but a good ways. So Max has made up quite a bit, but not enough to get in front of his teammate. Right now, Joshua Fox still out on the track, looking to get some laps led. This is a good chance for him, though, to keep his truck up and maybe to second place, take advantage of somebody else's misfortunes, someone else's mistake. And he's in prime position to do that. We'll have to see if what he has up his sleeve. I don't imagine he wants to stay out too much longer as he goes through the tunnel turn, getting into turn 3 now. We'll have to see if he dives it into pit road.
Yeah, and of course, Joshua Fox continuing on what he's already done. And off of turn number 3, he's coming down to pit lane. But some nice laps led for the New Englander. Joshua Fox slides. Uh-oh, did he come down pit? Did he get down to pit speed?
Me. I mean, that's really easy to do here. That might have been what happened to Causey, but we'll have to see if he holds stationary for that. I believe it's a 25-second hold. I'm not sure. 24-second
40
hold.
For a speeding
penalty. 40-second hold. So, we'll have to see what happens with that 66. But this last pit stop catching some drivers out. And one of them was the second place driver right there in that orange Miami University car, right behind Devin Smith here, Joseph Causey. But Devin Smith, not too shabby today, kind of been riding along.
Looks like Fox is all good.
Okay, Fox is all good, so no speeding there, was able to get it down. But yeah, the 95 here leading some laps.
Oh, no!
Causey.
Jeremy C. Poole gets bodied into the wall by Joseph Causey, trying to work his way past the lap vehicle. It should not bring out a caution. Both vehicles are still going, but Jeremy C. Poole has destroyed that truck if it wasn't destroyed already.
Yeah, and I'm sure Causey's, it looks like he caught him on the rear end of Causey's truck, so I imagine the that right rear side of Causey's truck is pretty damaged right now. He's still going past the 95. No damage on the left, but I imagine that right side is going to have a few scrapes and scratches. We'll probably get to see it here when he comes around one of these turns. Just a little bit.
Damage. It looks like
it's a little bit. Yeah, doesn't look like the that spoiler is impacted at all. So maybe no real aero damage to the downforce or anything like that of the truck, but definitely some sidewall damage on the 88 as the 95, our current leader, Devin Smith, comes in for his pit stop. Looks to make it pretty simple on the pit road there.
Yep, want to give this guy a shout, of course. He's from Pennsylvania, so a little home track run for Devin Smith. Having one of the few Pennsylvania drivers to lead some laps tonight, so shout out to him and that beautiful Mountain Dew Cake Smash Chevrolet Silverado.
Yeah, slides it into the box, doesn't overshoot, gets his tires and service going. So that's going to hand the lead over to the guy who pushed it long last time, running some strategy to get that stage win. Tyler Markle still out on the track. He's getting pushed here from the 67, who's already made it stop. But yeah, Markle now, I mean, his bumper's got a little bit of damage. You can see the right side of that. Yeah, the right side of that truck is look a little pancaked. And that right spoiler, right side of that spoiler is also impacted a little bit as well. But yeah, he's getting his time out front, stays out front for another lap here. Seth Berger, though, the leader, only about 4 seconds back now and closing rapidly.
The Michigander Tyler Markle continues to log laps in the race lead here at Pocono. Julio Villalobos makes his way down the pit lane, and that truck has seen better days as well. A lot of damage to the right side on 45.
It looks like the right front tire is down in that truck. Just the way that it's leaning. Big damage, though, so he definitely impacted a wall. But yeah, look, just the way that that truck was leaning down the side, coming down the pit lane there, looked like the right front blew on that truck.
Man, these guys sideways. Setzer and Thompson trying to battle one another. Setzer powers by Thompson. This is for the 11th position as they work their way past the Villalobos on the track. There's a Greg Holt in the background, and you know what? Even with a speeding penalty, Greg Holt's only 3 seconds ahead of Joseph Causey.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one kind of good thing that Joseph Causey can look forward to here is that he is
they're in the same
still within
frame.
a chance. Yeah, they're still in the same frame. He did get some points for winning the stage, so he still is up in the championship for right now for the regular season point lead. But yeah, I mean, he can still finish in front of his teammate, Greg Holt, who's having kind of a rough night. So yeah, anytime that I think that your main rival's having a rough night, you need to take advantage of it. And I mean, we've seen that the last 2 races, Holt had a bad week at Watkins Glen, and Joseph Causey took full advantage by winning that race. And then the next race, Joseph Causey had some trouble, and Greg Holt took full advantage by winning that race. So this time, though, it doesn't look like either one of them is going to be set up for the win. But at least if you can get in front of your main rival and finish ahead of him, whether you are Greg Holt or Joseph Causey, that would be considered a win in the points total right now.
Well, how about our current league owner, Adam Gardner, going at it with the driver who was holding the points lead coming into today's race? What a statement it'd be for Adam, who's part-time race controller and doesn't even get to run these trucks half the time. Come out here and stick it to our the point leader, you know?
Yeah, he hit the apron there in turn 2 a little bit. The truck slid up on him. Was able to keep it out of the wall, but he is going to have to sacrifice that position
here we go.
to the truck behind him. And here we go.
The pass has already happened.
Yeah, we caught it a little late, but it was inevitable. That 77 truck having already pitted on newer tires. The 42 truck on probably the oldest tires in the field. He has probably burnt every single bit of those tires off. I'm not sure if he's saving, trying to make it to the end of this thing, but I don't think there is a way that he can do it unless he is big time saving. But
I think he's hoping for a yellow at this point because his
possibly.
race is essentially over. I mean, if he pits now, he's going to end up... I mean, he might still get a top 10 if he just takes a splash, but... Man, I don't know.
That could be what he's doing. Maybe just trying to ride it out and take a splash down, maybe with a couple laps to go. Try and stay in front of as many people as possible. But yeah, caution right now would set that 42 truck up very nice.
Looking to take over. Oh my goodness! Near contact again between those two.
Yeah, now pulls off into the pit road, but that's 2.
Oh man.
Oh, and that really checked up Causey, and Adam Gardner's going to get back by down the front stretch. But man, that's twice that we've seen that 88 and 32 almost come together. The last time it did come together, the time before.
Oh my goodness. James Gilliard will make easy work of the Michigander. And how about it for James Gilliard? He showed a lot of pace at Las Vegas, but I don't think he got a result that he was able to show for it. But James Gilliard, he's already powered past max service, so looking pretty steady. And Tyler Merkel's in the pit lane, by the way. So Tyler Merkel's still in the box, and
yeah, he's getting service. He's doing the tires now. Just saw the truck drop down. There goes the left side up. So he's getting 4 tires, going to make the most out of this last 10 laps. It's going to be the work cut out for this field, though, to catch the 77. He's 5 seconds up on James Gilliard. Gilliard is catching, but very ever so slightly, and I think it's unless something happens and goes amiss on that 77, it could be all she wrote. But man, like you said, ooh,
that merge. Oh boy. Tyler's not doing anything wrong. He's following the rules. He could have been, courteous and gone down to the apron, but there's nothing wrong with what he did. But man, it was close.
And you saw the 3 truck had to check up there, so now that's going to put him under pressure. He's going to be possibly losing this position. Tries to hang tough on the outside, though I think he's going to have to get out of it so he doesn't catch the wall.
Oh, pushing him down to a short chute.
I think the truck in front of him there just came up in front and almost took the nose off. I mean, Adams there, Jesse Adams. Ooh, the 3 truck loose off the 3, but yeah, Jesse Adams doing a little self-clear, putting in front of the 3 truck.
Here we go, 3 wide. The 2-point leaders, 3 of the 4 drivers who are in the top 4 in points, 3 wide in the turn 1. Causey and Markle both make easy work of Greg Holt.
Yeah, and you saw what Markle did there. He could have forced the issue, tried to drive it in deep, thought better of it, and now you see what happens. He gets a good run off of turn 1, and he's going to get 2 for 1 and 2 turns, or sorry, 2 for 2 and 2 turns. It looks like Causey to the outside, Markle to the inside. Causey's going to have the preferred line. Oh, Markle hits the apron.
What a catch, and not into the side of the 88 truck for Tyler Markle. That could have been disastrous. Joseph Causey has now worked his way past Greg Holt to just ensure that he will come out as the point leader. Tyler Markle's looking to see, I don't know about a top 10, but maybe he can get up to 11 before the race is over.
Yeah, fresh tires, you never know, and he gets in front of the 88 truck this time by, going to drive on down the road on those fresh tires. However, here's Joshua Fox. He has made the pass for the final podium position, getting by Max Service. Yeah, working that 66 truck up into 3rd place.
Man, this podium, this is gonna, if it stays like this, the energy that's gonna be up here. I'm thinking about Seth, who lost that cup race, in the final lap after, just playing that strategy perfectly. There's some smoke there down the long pond. Looks like it's all clear. But Seth looking to get some redemption. Caution on the speedway. Oh my goodness.
And this changes everything.
Well, Daniel Park has just left the pit lane. What a trooper Daniel Park is. Oh my goodness.
I think you said during one of the breaks he had over an hour of required repairs.
I can't believe he stayed. We're going to try to find the caution. I don't think it's Doug Solms, but he was the driver going slowest on the relative. And no, it was not Solms. Oh, no, I think it was... No, it was not him. Oh, was it the 65 of Lingerfeld? Oh, man, I think so.
Oh, yeah, something looks amiss on the right side of that truck, so possibly.
Oh, no, and I think he might have been helped a little bit here. We're going to get the replay here. This is Lingerfeld and Villalobos going at it.
Villalobos' truck does not look healthy.
Tried to chase up the track, and man, Lingerfeld was on the other end and right in front of the leaders. Man, I cannot believe, I guess we didn't catch that. We got the smoke, we didn't catch the incident.
Yeah, Villalobos got loose out of the turn on the inside, tried to catch it, and it just slid right up into Lingerfeld there.
Right, I don't think Villalobos was trying to do this by any means, but man, that's not going to make Lingerfeld any happier.
Yeah, you can see the rear end there, right there. He's trying to catch it, and he just didn't catch it.
Yeah, and I mean, that entire time it looked like he was trying to stay away from the 65, but I mean, his truck was unhealthy, and I mean, Lingerfeld took a brutal hit to his truck.
Yeah, it looked like the suspension collapsed on the right front tire, so definite repairs needed on Lingerfeld's truck. He was having a decent run today, and just, oh man, You don't want to see this happen, especially late in the race, but this is going to set up an interesting last end of the race here. I would be surprised if we don't see some pit stops.
Yep, the entire field has come down to pit lane. We'll watch this massive hit for Lingerfelt, and we'll recap the stops. I'll tell you this much: I thought Tyler Markle would have stayed out, but he did not. I disagree with that. I feel he should have.
I mean, he played the strategy. I mean,
right.
He only had maybe 2 laps on the tires. I mean, again, that is a lot here. It is a very long speedway, but yeah, I mean that might have been a play. You know, we don't have many laps left, so he could have maybe held him off, at least maybe picked up quite a few, but maybe playing it better safe than sorry. He is in the playoffs currently, and just playing it safe right now. Don't want to chance anything, so looks like some drivers are staying on the track. These are probably drivers who are trying to get a lap back.
These are drivers getting a lap back. Villalobos is scored as the leader, but he will be getting the EOL surely for causing that incident. He will be sent to the back. I think he's maybe just trying to get down to pit lane, and I don't know. Maybe didn't see it was it, but he's already going backwards here. He's been EOL'd. 45 of Villalobos, which means it'll be Seth Berger, the race leader, over James Gilliard, Max Service, Jovi Ray, Joshua Fox.
Oh, Jovi Ray up here. He hasn't been up towards the top so much. Maybe he can give these leaders something to worry about here at the end of this race. It gets a second chance driving through the field. He's come from way back in the field. I think he was in 20th starting. So big day for Jovi Ray and his first Outlaw.
Choices made there. Max
Outlaw
takes outside of row 1. Seeing these drivers make their lane choices. What's left of the field anyway.
But yeah, Jovi Ray, good run for him so far.
Saw a couple of things there, but I think some of those trucks are just so shot. I think I'll just leave that alone.
Yeah, they got to make it at the line. We saw some late calls, but that's for the admins to work out, not really for us.
Yeah.
So we worry about the action on the track and bringing it to you. And one thing that is on the track is 2 Swift Racing members in the front row. Wow.
What this will be. How about James Gilliard there inside of row 2? He's had a great run tonight. I hope he can, for his sake, he deserves at least a podium the way he's ran. We'll see what happens, of course. Jovi Ray in his first Outlaws Sim Series start. I've raced against Jovi Ray at this point, I think close to 20 times, 25 times. He's a phenomenal driver, very fast, very clean. Up here in 4th, I wouldn't expect anything different. Devin Smith, the home track driver. There's a few Pennsylvania drivers in the field, but Devin Smith, the highest running of the Pennsylvania drivers. Who's outside, I'll have Joshua Fox, Stutzman, Gaff, right? Jesse Adams, Matthew Setzer, the top 10. And we're getting ready to go here for what's going to be a 4-lap shootout. We're going to have 10 miles to settle this 192-mile affair. And, you know, when you think of trucks at Pocono, you think of late race cautions. I don't see us potentially going green to the end, but the Outlaws Sim Series may be able to do that. Anyway, the safety vehicle's in the safety pit lane. We're racing once again from Pocono. Man, that fan out in the turn number 1. Everybody getting down into the corner. Can everybody make it out of the corner? Seth Berger still leads. And look at this flyby. Man, oh man. Oh, I think there's a little bit of contact. Oh, truck's up and over in the middle of the field. They are rolling to Devin Smith.
The hometown Devin Smith flipping down the Long Pond straightaway. Oh my gosh. We saw 3Y getting into turn 1, and both, I mean, I was thinking that's not going to work. But, oh my gosh, we'll have to get a look at that. That was a wild ride for the 95.
I'm going to be completely honest. That is exactly what I expected. Yes, even the flip. Because I've already seen it. The last 3 Pocono broadcasts I've done, there's been a flip. 2 on PitStop TV, 1 with another affiliate. But I remember Matt and I in the MS30 Truck Series most vividly flipping down the back straightaway in a similar nature. Oh, truck just catches the wall there. Gilliard just, oh my goodness, sends Devin Smith. Gets caught by Theron Elam. And he's just spinning like a top in the center of the field.
I hope he's not racing in VR.
Oh my goodness. I know he's not, but unless he got like a VR headset like this week, man, that would be wicked. But still, let's take a ride for ourselves, shall we?
It looks like the 33 truck maybe got loose in the middle. He's going to clip the guy on his outside and then just comes across the track. Really probably not in control of the truck. Just catches the rear. Oh, up and over you go. Oh my gosh.
That is a wild ride, and that's exactly what happened, by the way, Devin. I agree. That's the second flip today, by the way.
Yeah, Daniel Park flipped before we even took the green flag. He was sent to the catch fence, pretty much crossing the start-finish line. And then we have this one from Devin Smith. And, oh my gosh, that's a big-time hit.
We'll see.
Who's that on the outside there? That's the Land
Fox. Joshua Fox. Both drivers having amazing runs tonight. And Gilliard just gets loose in the middle of a pack. And, man, Farron just nowhere to go.
Oh, our pole sitter, Farron, who's already had a horrible day with a pit stop penalty. And now he gets caught up in this. Oh, my gosh.
I'm not gonna say it for the sake of decency, but that just looks like something I've seen before. That is a unbelievable accident down the long pond here, and
there was Ben.
Yep.
So Ben and Joseph Causey also having some trouble here at turn 1 too. Not as big as this one, but
right. I was trying to get the onboard of Farron queued up here to just see what he saw through all of this. Farron's kind of in the part of the pack, in the running order. It's kind of hard to find where his truck is here. And we finally found it. Let's get the onboard and see what Farron saw. And he just saw a truck barrel rolling up in the air and on his hood.
Doesn't look like there's much damage.
It really doesn't.
Maybe it was somewhat of a Bubba Wallace situation at Daytona where Joey Logano just clipped the roof of Bubba Smith, or Bubba Wallace, sorry, not Bubba Smith, Bubba Wallace, when they were, at turn 3, I believe it was, Joey Logano flipping, and Bubba tried to go under him and went right under him.
I remember, Talladega, that was wild. Just the way that Logano's car took off in that incident. Wow, that's... I did not expect to see two. I'm gonna be honest. I expected this race to go green flag to flag, being it's the Outlaws Sim Series coming into today's race. But I did not expect to see 2 flips by any means tonight. Maybe after the checkers when drivers are just having fun and on the cooldown lap. But I did not expect to see 2 flips in the race session tonight. But what it has done is it's now shaken up the order once again, and we're gonna get well, here we go. We'll get some choices made again. And well, let's check in with what the field's got down here. And it is Seth Berger, the race leader, electing the inside lane. Teammate Max Service to his outside. I wonder how this is gonna go, because Seth, of course, dominated that one race a few weeks ago, or not dominated, but he put himself in the right position at the right time to win that race. Lost on the last lap. He's kind of dominated the second half of tonight's race. But man, the guy but Seth's already won this season. The guy who was outside is on, I think, closer to a 40 race winless streak in the Outlaws Sim Series. Man, Max Service would like to turn that around, wouldn't he?
I'm sure he would, and I mean, I know Seth wants this win. I'm sure. I don't think either one of them are going to give any quarter here, even though they're teammates. Max, having being on a winless streak, he definitely wants to get this win. Seth Berger, though, having the heartbreak of last week where he had the winning truck and was kind of taken away from him due
That
to an
too,
incident
right.
with another driver. And then, of course, with the Cup Series that he races in, being so close to winning that race. I mean, it's just a couple of close heartbreaks for that 77, and I don't think he's going to want to give this one up. So even though he knows his teammate on the outside has a winless streak, I just don't think you want to give this one up. If you're Seth Berger, I think you're going to want to take it.
Absolutely not as a racer. I mean, your racers first, teammates second, but at that, so it's interesting to think about. The iRacing.com safety vehicle is in the safety pit lane, and well, we're racing once again from Pocono. Oh, loose off the corner. Here comes Jovi Ray to the outside into the race lead. Jovi Ray, here comes Max Service trying to break the winless streak. Side by side down the long pond and into the tunnel turn. Contact at the entry to corner. Jovi goes sliding up the track. Joshua Gaffray up in the third.
Max Service to the race lead. His winless streak could be coming to an end. He's going to
Caution on the speedway.
Oh, my goodness.
Tyler Markle's around off the tunnel turn, and we're looking for our second overtime attempt of the night.
Oh, that was getting good. And oh my gosh, 77 truck got loose out of turn one, and it just set up a mayhem. Grab all positions you can down the long pond straight, and Max Service came out on top of that one.
Man, oh man, and you know what? I just said a few minutes ago, when I think of trucks at Pocono, I think of a lot of yellows in a short span of time. And this happened.
Oh, he just got turned.
I don't quite know. Oh,
Ooh,
no. Dan
Dan
Park again. Oh, no. He is 68 laps down.
Who is that?
Farron Elam.
Is that Farron Elam? Oh, my gosh. And his bad night continues as well.
Bad night's getting worse for some of these drivers tonight. Let's see what happened to Farron. Oh, goodness. We miscued up there. We'll try to get that again. But Farron Elam goes around off the tunnel turn in the heart of the pack. And let's see there. I mean, they're 3 wide up ahead. Thompson is trying to find his way down. 3 wide behind Causey and Richardson.
Yeah, this is into the tunnel turn, too. You don't want to do that.
Everybody sorts it out. Does he? Oh, he's just a little too slow. Joseph was trying to find his way around him. Oh, man. Dan Park. Big hits. Man, oh, man.
Such a fast turn, and that was a monster hit.
Well, we'll get to see a lot of it here. We'll see a lot of it up in the distance, but you'll just see the hits. And man, oh man, a lot of air time and a lot of smoke over there. And my oh my, Dan Park just nowhere to go in that. Well, we're gonna take a on board with the driver who was 68 laps down, approaching the scene of the accident. There,
yep, trying to stay low and avoid everything. And that was that. Yeah, it was turn 1. So trying to stay low, avoid everything. Gets into turn 2, takes it easy.
Just like lap 1. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. He had a guy on his outside, so he couldn't go up closer to the wall.
I don't know if that would have changed anything, to be completely honest.
Yeah, probably not. He would have just kept coming. Oh my gosh, that's horrible, horrible, horrible luck for Dan Park. After being the driver of the week and then couldn't even take the green flag, and now he gets back on the track finally, and then he gets taken out again. Oh,
the trooper that Daniel Park is, by the way. He sat for over an hour of required repairs. He was in the pit lane 68 laps. Only 3 of those were under caution, waiting for his repairs. And essentially what happened to him on lap 1 happens to him maybe 10 laps later. Wow. Well, what we have here is we're on our second overtime attempt. We have a limited overtime attempts here in the Outlaws Sim Series, and unfortunately, I think we're going to get to the point where we're probably going to use a lot of them. But,
yeah, I think it's turn 1 and 2. You get through that first lap. If we get through that first lap, it's probably going to spread out. There's a lot of beat-up trucks here now. So I think if these front runners get through turns 1, 2, 3 the first time around, that second lap's going to be pretty easy. So, of course, it is a green light checker, so after they throw the white, it'll be over. But, yeah, it's just that first lap. You gotta take it easy and get what you can get, though. So, I mean, if there's a gap and you're not going for it, then you're not a race car driver. I was corrected a week ago, or a couple weeks ago. Ayrton Senna made that quote. If there's a gap, you got to go for it, especially to win the race. If you're not going for the win, you're not a race car driver. So,
let's go ahead and take a look at the weather at this point. We haven't even taken a look at the weather all day. Partly cloudy today. We saw some overcast there about 20 laps ago at this point. Air temp 73 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temp 87. Winds fairly calm, 4 miles per hour out of the southwest. And yes, and the shortened term of this is when you're up here with a chance to win the race, if gap car, or in this case, if gap truck. I strongly encourage drivers going forward, of course, in a calculated sense. But what we got here, Jovi Ray was second in order to make his lane choice, and he chose to stay behind Max Service. Very intriguing. I don't know if he fully understands the choose rule yet, but if he does, he chose to stay behind Max Service instead of going to the inside where Joshua Gaffright is now lined up.
I think with the leader choosing the outside, you just get such a better run on the outside lane rather than the inside getting into turn. The outside lane is preferred.
Well, the iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane. Overtime attempt number 2. Green flag is in the air. Gaffright pulls side by side with Service, and here comes the fanning out. Joshua Gaffright takes over the race lead now. Service trying to file in behind. 3 by 3 behind them. Jovi Ray trying to get to the inside of Service. Service trying to send it to the outside of Gaffright. Into the tunnel turn they go. Service trying to keep it up there. Gaffright sends it on into the tunnel. Max trying to see if he can get the crossover. But Joshua Gaffright, the race leader, through turn 3. Looks like everybody's able to continue on. James Gilliard, and we got a wreck in the back, and this should be another yellow.
Looks like we're staying green. They haven't thrown it yet, so Max Service, he's going to get the run down the front stretch. They're going to come to the white flag. Will they take it? They will. This race is going to be ended on the next flag, which will be the checker. Max Service to the inside for the race lead as they come for the last time in turn 1.
This race is official. Oh, contact between Gaffright and Service as they take the white flag, presented by Tucson Sounder. Max Service on a 40-plus race winless streak. Contact, Setzer and Jovi Ray going at it. But Max Service down to Long Pond for the final time. He has Joshua Gaffright in tow through the tunnel turn. Off of turn number 2. One final turn to do it. Wrecking in the back is Bothwell in the yellow vehicle. But into turn 3 for the final time, Max Service. Since race 5 of last season, he is back in victory lane in the Outlaws Sim Series.
What a race from Max Service. He takes home the win. It is going to be some party and swift racing tonight.
Oh, my.
Oh, big wrecking in the back as they cross the line. But what a race. What advantage taken. And way to hold on to the truck through turn 1 was it from Max Service. Oh, my gosh. What a way to get and break this win streak.
I want to say,
winless streak.
Matthew Setzer was basically sideways down to Long Pond, and he'll still finish third. Oh my goodness. What a run. What a run. What a race. I'll tell you this much. The last time Max won was race 5 of last season at Legacy, Texas. It is now race 11 of the following season after a 36 race season. So that's 31 plus 11, give or take if you missed 40, 42 races. He missed a couple starts. So about almost the 40 starts since his last win. But Max Service
And
no longer winless.
Yeah, a lot of guys came up to give their congratulatory bump there. And burn it down.
The Canadian from Nova Scotia, Max Service, gets it done at the Tricky Triangle in a phenomenal last several restarts there at the end. Teammate Seth Berger dominating there at late, losing the lead. Then Jovi Ray gives a fight up to second. Joshua Gaffright leads on the white flag. And here comes a Swift Racing burnout. First time with the rebrand, and they'll get to do nose to nose burnouts at the start finish here at the Tricky Triangle. Unbelievable.
And even though Seth lost his shot to win the race, getting loose out of turn 1 on the first green-white checker, I don't think there's any other driver he would like to see get that win than Max.
Right, I definitely would agree with that. Other than himself, I think that 81 would be the next best thing. And it looks like Seth is fairly celebratory in that as well. I'm sure it hurts to lose that kind of a race. But, I mean, what can you do when you get 3-4 restarts piled on after one another? But that being said, we're going to step aside. We'll be right back. And Max might have blown the engine. Seth's going to push him to victory lane. We're going to step aside. Oh, no, he's going to spin him out. We'll be right back with post-race interviews and more from the Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 11 from Pocono Raceway on the far side of this break.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We're here at the Pocono Raceway now in a post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 11 of 22, where Max Service has just broken a near 40 race winless streak in a phenomenal late run of restarts there. Somehow he's able to hold on, and we'll get to his interview and his reactions in a moment. We're going to go ahead and take a replay here and see what all happened on that last lap. Try to see the accidents that went on here, and we have the replay queued up, and so we'll get to see James Gilliard involved in an accident here. And this is the pack. This is on the final restart. Gilliard all the way in the back, so I'd imagine this happens ahead of him.
Yeah, he was involved in that incident before this. So having such a great run, and then it got ruined, but they come through the tunnel turn here, and I think just runs into him. And then both trucks nose to the wall.
I think Lingerfeld and Gilliard both were at the back of the field, 2 laps down, or Lingerfeld's 2 down, and Gilliard was at the back of the back. I think they just both said they're going to let them race. This is what we're going to want to see here. This battle side by side down the front straightaway on the final lap. Jovi Ray blocking as he might behind them for third. Max sends it in there. Gaffrey gets the right rear. I mean, absolutely destroys the right rear. Trying to get there, but hey, last lap. You got to give it your all. Contact there between Setzer and Ray.
Way to hold on to it from the 5 truck right there, going down the long pond. And being able to keep the position while holding on to his truck.
Wow. What a job there to hang. Oh, contact there with the outside wall. And how'd they get there?
Bothwell went around in the back of this pack.
Right, well,
after the tunnel turn.
Take a look at that in a second, but to the line, Setzer and Jovi Ray and Seth, and well, that's how that all worked out. I'm trying to figure out what happened to Brad Bothwell here in a second now. Brad Bothwell ended up a little ways down the running order. We got him here. This is into the. Oh, I think he collided with Adam Gardner here off the tunnel.
No,
they both just got loose. And hold
out.
Did he hold on to it? He did.
Yeah, but I don't think he made contact with it. I don't think Adam made contact. I think it was just both of them pushing it and just got loose.
And Max Service, wow, just breaking the winless streak. Unbelievable. I shouldn't say that. I mean, he was a 2-time winner last season. So I'd say very believable from the driver of the number 81, who finally breaks that winless streak. Max, wow, what a crazy run through overtime attempts there. You chose the outside on that final restart. How did it fare, and why did you make that choice?
It fared okay. It didn't go as well as I wanted it to, obviously, but I find it really hard to restart when I'm on the inside. So I chose the outside because of that, and I like the outside through turn 1 better than the inside. But the green lights came out where a restart zone was, and quite honestly, they came out a tad before the barrels, which is where we were supposed to start. So I wasn't ready for that. Coming to the green, I was waiting on those barrels, and then the green lights came out, and I didn't get as good of a start as I should have, as much as me and Seth were getting good starts before that, when we were up there on the front row together before he got loose off 1.
Well, Max, I got to go back and count how many races you ended up missing, but we've ran 42 Outlaws Sim Series races from race 5 of last season. I mean, finally breaking through. I know I gave you a real hard time about that, but honestly, does it feel that long ago? And finally, kind of getting back to victory lane in a league race, especially with the caliber of drivers we have here.
Well, I looked at it today actually because I was really curious of how long it's been since I've won a race, and the date from that live stream is September 9th, 2020.
Oh my!
So it's been
goodness.
over a year, and I've missed 2 races. That's a 40 race winless streak. It feels great. I'm still disappointed that Seth didn't get this win. Ultimately, after that first caution, it should have been a Swift 1-2. But I mean, things happen, I guess, and I mean, I'm happy that we still at least got the win for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the nature of trucks at Pocono. Anytime you watch real life, trucks go at Pocono. When they have a caution, they have a slew of yellows after that. And that's exactly what happened tonight here at the Outlaws Sim Series. But, yeah, Max, the team rebranded to Swift Racing this week. Is it sticking now?
I don't know. We've got some options on the table. We're not going to say those yet, but Switch Racing, I guess it's lucky. I mean, last season when I ran the Taylor Swift car, the 2 times I ran it, it never finished anywhere but second for me, as I was Mr. Second place after race 5 that season. Had 7 of those. But fun fact, Pennsylvania is where Taylor Swift is from, so we're doing it in the hometown of the team. So. And we could have had a 1-2. I'm still disappointed about that.
That's just, unfortunately, the way it goes in that regard. But, Max, again, race winner here tonight at the Pocono Raceway. You finally you were just inside the playoff bubble coming into today's race. Now you get the win to solidify yourself if you make the 12 starts as a playoff driver. How do you feel now about potentially going at it and being a title contender?
Feel a lot more safe now because before, not winning in 40 races, it was a little doubtful that we were going to win one. So it was a lot of battling for points there, and quite honestly, there wasn't too much further that I could go relatively quickly in points. So it's certainly relieving to get the win here tonight instead of having to worry about points like I usually have to because I don't win a whole lot. But it feels nice.
Hey man, I'm so proud of you for breaking through. Real quick, next up is Dover. How do you feel about Dover?
It all depends on setups, like every week, to be honest. If it runs good, because quite honestly, tonight we didn't bring a very good piece. It wasn't very good. It was really loose on throttle, just like we were at New Hampshire. And we asked Adam for his setup. He gave us the setup. We ran it exactly like it was sent. Not a change to this thing. And this thing is perfect. Adam has a great Pocono setup, and I'm glad we went to victory lane with it.
Well, there you go. Adam Gardner, the league owner, putting in some work with the setups, and I feel that's why he wanted to run tonight anyway. He had his fair go at the field. He came in with 12, by the way. But all right. Well, congratulations, Max, on the win tonight here at Pocono. We'll give the floor now to shout out whoever we're going to shout out. Thank you. We're going to thank for getting the job done at the Tricky Triangle.
Of course, we got to thank T-Swift, of course. I can't go without saying. She's the brand here at Swift Racing, so we got to shout her out. And I want to real quick apologize to Gath right there. I didn't mean to overdrive the corner. I know he's pretty mad at me over that, but I mean, there's nothing I can do now.
Well, at the end of the day, it's just hard racing. For a race win at Pocono at all places, it's so tough to overtake here. And somehow y'all made several overtakes in those final 2 laps. So a phenomenal show both of y'all put on tonight, by the way, that final restart. And congratulations on the win, Max. Best luck to you in the coming races. And yeah, hopefully we'll talk to you some more then.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope so.
Right on. That is race winner, driver of the number 81. And, well, it looks like Joshua Gaffright has declined an interview for tonight's event. But that means we have third place finisher Matthew Setzer standing by with Devin Smith. Devin Zimmerman. Wow.
Yeah, close. Hey, Matthew Setzer, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I told you we talked to you at the end of this thing.
I'm glad.
What a drive. You were kind of mired in the mid-pack for most of this thing, and then that late race incident gave you a shot, and man, you took advantage of it.
Yes. I screwed up at the first pit stop. I unchecked my tires for the caution because I was going to come in and get fuel, and I didn't. and then that made a lengthy stop and screwed me over. But luckily, how I did my pit strategy for later on and had a fast enough truck to get back up there, at least to have like right around 10th place. And then those cautions at the end, oh my God, that helped me out a ton. I was like, I'm in the catbird seat now.
Oh, for sure. And man, that last lap, I mean, you got to take us through the last lap. That was wild. There was bumping and banging for the lead. You were sideways going down the long pond. I mean, talk us through that.
78 tried to straight up wreck me, and I had the run on him, and I don't know why he tried to block at the last second and then almost turned me, but man, I was wheeling it. I was like, nope, you ain't taking it from me. I would have, if that wouldn't have happened, I believe I would have had a shot at maybe first or second. I don't know, but it's all what if. Take the third and go home. It's a win to me right now, and it was a crazy last lap.
Yeah, that was so crazy. I mean, we couldn't have, for an entertainment value, we could have drawn it up any better. And then for it to happen to the guy we talked to before the race on their birthday, I mean, that's just amazing to me. Oh my gosh, this sets you up so well going, into the kind of the end of the regular season here, to some tracks that you said you're good at. And I mean, the confidence has got to be high going into those short tracks that you really like.
Yes. I can't wait I think it's Dover next week. Dover
next week.
Dover's going to be a fun track, I think. More Iowa, I got circled because every time I've done official races with the truck series, I was doing real good with those, but that is also fixed setups versus these are open setups, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'm sure you're going to be up there, man. You really like them short tracks, and oh my gosh, what a drive tonight! I can't be happier for you. Haven't talked to you before the race, and it'll be your birthday, so congratulations.
This is a win.
Yes,
my heart was beating through that whole mess, and I'm sitting there going, man, something's going to screw this up, and I'm not going to get it, but man. I'm a wheelman. That's all I can say right now.
Oh,
you saw how sideways I was.
Oh yeah, you definitely willed it down the long pond. But before we let you go, we're gonna give you another time to shine for your sponsors and who makes this happen for you. So go ahead and give them a shout out.
Sidetrack Hobby South, my little RC dirt track that I have, Bristol RC Speedway. Man, this makes it. This is the best. It really, it's a dream come true right now. I want to win so badly, and I feel like that Bristol dirt race, I gave it away, but right now this is a lot of redemption, and it's giving me a lot of momentum. I got to keep up this practice schedule that I've been doing these past few weeks, because right now I believe I'm going to have something maybe for those guys soon.
Boy, we'd love to see that. Congratulations again on the third place. Keep it up, and we hope to talk to you a lot more in the coming ones.
I hope so too.
All right, appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And well, that was the birthday boy, Matthew Setzer, coming home with a podium tonight at Pocono. A phenomenal job from the 5 of Matthew Setzer, and looks like we don't have the 78 of Joby Ray with us tonight to get an interview from our 4th place finisher, but we'll keep moving on down the line. It'll be 5th place finisher Seth Berger, the driver who looked like he dominated that second half of the race. And Seth, 31 laps led. It looked like it was going to be yours. Late race caution.
Yeah, definitely should have been mine.
Oh, wait. We were talking about the other race with the Cup cars, that how you were putting yourself in the right place at the right time. And this race was looking to be a redemption run for you. Was it starting to feel like that as you started to eke out that lead there after that second round of pit stops?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I was thinking about SRN right away. I was like, wow, I get to redeem myself for choking it at Pocono, and sort of choked this one. I wouldn't change anything about how I took turn 1. The truck just snapped loose on me. Couldn't do anything about that. And yeah, man, it hurts. Everyone forgot how to keep it straight for just a few more laps, and even after that first green white checker, could have had a first, second Swift and got the win, but nope.
It goes a lot. I mean, I feel once that caution came out, we kind of all knew, if you look at real life truck races at Pocono, that we were not throwing caution. We were going to get a slew of yellows. And that's exactly what happened. But what happened there in turn one? Then you got loose, and Gaffrey kind of files through. I think Jovi Ray and Max got there as well. But what happened there in one? Was it just cold tires? Several restarts, or what happened?
I think it was the cycles on the tires, because the truck wasn't that loose in turn one. And I even slid a little bit on the first green white checkered, but I was able to save it. But it slid even worse on the second restart. So I think just cycling the tires, heat, and cooling them down just kind of screwed me over. And couldn't get the job done, man. This one's definitely going to sting a little bit. But Max being able to win and win over a certain someone has made it hurt a lot less.
Well, I was going to say, on the other hand, at Swift Racing, your teammate, we're still trying to figure out the exact count, 39, 40 races, but it's been 42 Outlaws Sim Series events since Max Service last won. Describe that. I guess you got your win at Rockingham. I know you'd like more than one, especially the way your season's gone. I feel like maybe you should have 3 or 4 at that. But for your teammate, and as a teammate, Max finally getting back to victory lane, I'm sure it was a huge run of confidence for him. But for you as a team and for you as a teammate, how does that feel?
Oh, it's definitely awesome. I mean, I was talking to him at the beginning of the race, man. He was like, "If you're faster, pass me." I was like, "Dude, I want you to win, man. Like, you got to win. You got to get this confidence boost in you, man. Watch Max. He's gonna be a front runner a lot more now."
I agree. Again, he's our teammate in that Cup Series, and I think that's what he needed. He needed confidence, because he definitely has the pace most weeks. And I know we give him a hard time a lot, but I mean, we really do give him a hard time. But man, I as a teammate, I hope that this confidence boost helps him out on that side of things. As a broadcaster, I hope he just adds a little bit more drivers to the pot of drivers that could win on any given Wednesday here for Outlaws, because I think we certainly needed that. But the rebrand for Swift Racing, it looked pretty powerful tonight.
Yeah, it definitely did. I don't know if it did much, but it definitely helped out tonight.
Absolutely, it seems so. Well, Seth, next up is Dover, a track that you won at last season. Coming up now, that'll be the 4th to last race of the regular season. How are you feeling about your chances at Dover? And then, I mean, I know you had a dominant run tonight to kind of give you some confidence, but gearing up for a title run.
I don't know, man. These open setups are so hit or miss with me, man. I'm either contending for a win or I'm trying to fight for a top 5. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I said at the beginning of the season, I'm just taking it week by week, and just stings a little bit when those weeks come up that I got the opportunity to win.
Right on. Well, Seth, you got a 5th place finish tonight. You led 31 laps. It looked like the clear favorite there the second half of the race to take the win away. Just one more question. You and Kazi going at it. There's a little bit of contact. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Kazi meant to make that contact. He's on 30 lap old tires. I think just got sideways into the corner. But you and him battling. That looked like a lot of fun. Well, what say you?
It was definitely fun. I think he pushed me a little high into turn 3 there, but racing's racing. I'm not gonna say he did it intentionally, but kind of sucked that he did that. But that's when I short pitted him and got around him, and luckily I was able to hold my position there. But yeah, he definitely had a fast truck tonight. I still don't know what happened to him there at the end. I thought I was going to be battling him for the win there. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, man, that kind of, whatever happened to him gifted me what should have been the win.
We're believing it's a speeding penalty. He had some sort of penalty on the pit lane. But Seth,
I locked up going in there too.
Man, it caught a lot of people. There was a lot of speeding penalties tonight. But all right, Seth, we'll give you the floor here to shout out. Who are we going to shout out? Thank you. Who are we going to thank for your great run tonight?
I'd like to thank Burger Nation for watching. I really apologize for not being able to squeeze out a win recently. It's been a little bit since I've won at Rockingham, and haven't won an SRN yet. Got close there, man, and starting to feel like Chase Elliott again, like when I first started on iRacing. This kind of hurts, but I'm going to keep putting myself in positions to win, and the win's going to be coming soon. I promise that. And thank you to Liftworks for sponsoring us tonight. Gotta thank Mad Dogs too as well, and Flood Brothers. And please check out my Berg_arts on Instagram. Start my own clothing brand and seeing if I can make it big on my own.
Absolutely. We noticed that on the truck last week at New Hampshire. Gave a little shout out. There you go. The foremost shout out from the man himself, Seth Berger, and the Burger Nation that came out in the bunches tonight in the chat. It was great to see you all hyped for Seth when he was leading. Unfortunately, not able to pull through tonight at Pocono, but still some races to go this season. So half of the season to go. Seth, congratulations on your 5th place run tonight, the team win, the laps you led tonight, and best luck to you the rest of the season, man.
All right, thank you.
Driver of the number 77, Seth Berger, brings it home 5th tonight here at Pocono, and it kind of felt like settling there for 5th after the run he had tonight. But at that, still a great run for the team, a great race, a great show. We had battles all day long. Let's not get it twisted, Devin. That 65, 70 lap green flag run, battles all throughout the field.
Yeah, and that's something that we weren't really expecting at Pocono until maybe the end, when maybe some guys were on old tires and we see that. But man, it was some great battles the whole race. I mean, this was exciting from beginning to end. The ending, definitely exciting. You heard it from the driver, some big time celebrations going on right now, and rightfully so.
Well, let's see how the rest of the field, because it was wild. I don't know how. I mean, granted, iRacing, it's all, scoring, but man, I mean, if we had to hand score it, man, it'd take a while to hand score all the craziness there at the end. This Max Service gets the win over Joshua Gaffright. Matthew Setzer rounds out the podium. Jovi Ray, in his first Outlaws Sim Series start, brings it home 4th. Had a great run there. Looked like he had a shot to win, too. Just not able to get there. Seth Berger dominated the second half of this race. He'll come home in 5th. Jeremiah Stutzman thought he had stage 2 locked up. Tyler Markle stole it from him. He'll come home 6th. Julio Villalobos, the driver in that number 45. I think this might be one of his best runs in the Outlaws Sim Series. I'm glad to see him get that. 7th place finish. Jesse Adams comes home 8th. Joseph Causey recovering from the speeding penalty. 9th, not what he wanted, especially after the way he led the first half of the race. But I think 9th after a speeding penalty is amazing. And Brandon Richardson will come home with the top 10.
Yeah, but then Joshua Landfox, who was up there in 3rd for quite a bit of the day, ran into some trouble. He comes home 11th, just outside the top 10. Our league owner, Adam Gardner, who had very quietly had a great day for him, running part-time, comes home at 12th. Kevin Thompson at 13th. Tyler Markle, who we saw get into a couple of incidents, trying a different tire strategy there, comes home 14th. Doug Solms, 15th. Brad Bothwell, he was involved in a couple of incidents. He brings it home 16th. Ben Park likewise had a couple of incidents he was involved in. He brings it home 17th. James Gilliard 18th. Again, another driver who was up in the top 5 for most of the day, with big time trouble at the end of the race there. Greg Holt, who just had trouble all day long, it does look like he's going to lose the points lead again. He brings it home in 19th. And then Kyle Lingerfeld, another driver who was involved in some incidents, he brings it home 2 laps down in 20th.
Usually get to this next page, and I think it's Heartbreakers Row, but man, oh man, this second page, a lot of heartbreaks here, a lot of great top 10, top 5 runs, the points lead changing again, so many stories just in that page. But we move on and we get to 21st. It'll be Randall Barnett 2 laps down, Eric Peck 22nd 2 laps down, Farron Elam, the pole sitter, hits a flipping truck on the long pond. He'll come home 23rd 3 laps down. That flipping truck was Devin Smith, 24th 9 laps down. I mean, I guess it's not bad for flipping. Jeremy Seapool had an abysmal day today. He wishes he could have done better than 25th, 21 laps down. Seth Fitzpatrick called it an early quits on the first round of green flag pit stops, 26th, 62 laps down. Daniel Park, he was running at the checkers. I promise you that. He was. He'll finish 27th, 73 laps down, but he was running. As he, I mean, twice in this race, just took a truck from the bottom side of the racetrack in his face. I got the confirmation, over 1 hour and 5 minutes of repairs for that 6 truck. That is gnarly. I can't believe he stayed. He'll come home 27th. Andrew Schroeder, 28th, 81 laps down, also involved in that lap, 0 incident with John Mustian coming home, not even taking the green flag. I'm assuming an equipment malfunction, because there's no way that wasn't for the one truck of Mustian, 82 laps down. And at that, Devin, Pocono, I'm going to be honest, I walked in, I came up to this broadcasting, we're going to go green flag wire to wire. We're going to have drivers running away from others. We're going to have a really strong outfield. I think I got the complete opposite.
I think so. I mean, normally at Pocono, you get that wire-to-wire green flag. A lot of people don't like that. They want to see some action. And, I mean, you had it with, there were some cautions here, but for the most part, the racing throughout the whole green flag run was awesome. And it definitely kept attention. It definitely was something to watch, and it's something to continue to watch in the series as we push forward to the end of the regular season and into the playoffs. I mean, Swift Racing, the rebrand is looking phenomenal right now. As always, Performance Sim Sports with Joseph Causey and his group, Greg Holt, Jeremiah Stutzman is part of them, kind of associated. I mean, they still look decent up at the front, and it's just going to be a dogfight to the end of this thing, and drivers are starting to find their strides.
Absolutely. I think you said it right. A dogfight, because through half of the season, I don't think we've had a dull moment in this first half of the season, and the tracks just look like they keep getting better for us, the Outlaws Sim Series. Before that, let's carry on and see what's happening the rest of the night. Actually, first, I got to shout out Andrew Cardinale IV, Eric Brennan, and everybody else who worked on the Cars Esport Tour round number 4 tonight from the newly released Hickory Speedway. It's a fun little racetrack. It's awesome to see that on the servers. I hope they had a great show tonight. I'll be going and checking and see how that all went right after we finish up here. But tomorrow night, join us for some more open setup truck racing with the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. They take to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway as they look for their second round of their playoffs to kick off tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday night, you're going to hear me say this right. We're going to have asphalt sprint cars at the Talladega Super Speedway, 9 p.m. Eastern Friday night, 76 laps for the Intimidator Challenge. You won't want to miss that. And Saturday, bright and early for me because I like to sleep in past that time. But Saturday morning, 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll have the NARL Cash Days at Long Beach. It is 4 hours of GT3 racing. We'll have some huge names. We'll have, of course, Tony Kanon's eSport team with some of the best Brazilian sim racing drivers. We're going to have Daniel Morad teaming up with Casey Kerwin, other big names running at the NARL Cash Days at Long Beach. 4 hours of GT3 racing. You won't want to miss all that sports car coverage. Saturday, be there bright and early, 11:15 a.m. Eastern. And it's going to be a fun little five-something hour broadcast. That's going to be a lot of work. Next Tuesday, that'll be the NORC iRacing Series in their 13th season. They will be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for their season finale. Last night, Daniel Falkingham clinched the championship in NORC's 13th season. In his pole last night at Chicagoland, he ended up finishing second to Will Klein. But Daniel Falkingham, with his 9 wins on the season, looking to break that double-digit mark with a 10th at Las Vegas. Can he do it? Find out tomorrow, Tuesday night at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And next Wednesday evening, the Outlaws Sim Series will be back in action with these open setup trucks, these Outlaws Gunman trucks at the Monster Mile, Dover. It's going to be a blast. You won't want to miss it. Coming up next, though, of course, we have to give a shout out to all of our partners here at PitStop TV, like Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. Make sure you use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. Of course, permanent makeup and cryo in Maine. you deserve the best care that money can buy. By Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. And by BAM Racing Videos, by Race Fan for the racing community. Devin, where can people keep up with all of the updates for all of the abundance of racing series we have this week and next here at PitStop TV?
Yeah, so always as always, check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PitStop TV, and then twitter.com/PitStop TV _. Instagram, you can catch us at instagram.com/Pit_stop_TV. And then, of course, on YouTube, where most people watch us, you can catch us at youtube.com/C/PitStop TV1. And that's how you keep up with us. We also have a Twitch account. Emerson can tell you about that one.
Yep, twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV. Make sure you check out PitStopTV.com. Again, for all info, PitStop TV. A whole bunch more on there. Of course, if you want camera packs and graphics, if you want to read up on the Cars Tour, and other things that go on throughout the week. If we have any signups or any series that we're going to be broadcasting, they'll be on the website, of course, and you'll be able to get to those links through there. And make sure you check www.pitstoptv regularly for all that. I'm sorry, www.pitstoptv.com. Let me double check that. I feel like I'm messing this up now. I've known this for so long. Yes, it is www.pitstoptv.com. I don't know why I struggled with that so much. But that being said, that's going to do it here from the Pocono Raceway. We're happy to have had you all here tuning in and joining us for tonight's action. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And for all of us at PitStop TV, Devin Zimmerman, alongside me on the mic this evening, Vincent Cortez, hooking up with all the action on our social media channels, and myself, Emerson Arden, on production and commentary. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you'll have a great night. Again, it's starting to get cool here. Actually, stepped outside this morning, and it wasn't blazing hot. So if you're getting cold, if it's getting cold where you are, stay warm. If it's still hot where you are, stay cool. And we'll see y'all next time, either tomorrow night for the MSRA Truck Series at Las Vegas, or next Wednesday for the Outlaws Sim Series at Dover. You won't want to miss it. We'll see y'all then.